Something there. Okay. First things first. Okay. So we got it's a bit high. That's high. That's high. That's high. Fucking hell. All high. So let's get into actual pins. Where are we? Okay. So we should get 9. 9 and minus 7. That's a little odd. So we get 16 there. 8.5 is actually sitting at 9.3. 15 is standing at 16. Minus 15 is standing at minus 16. So it's all exactly about a volt up right across the board. And that is a little odd. Of course, you think that wouldn't make a lot of difference, but the problem is that would make the tuning next to impossible. Very critical. What the CDs are supposed to be kicking out. So, yeah. So it reads 14 here. 16 there. 16 there. And minus 9 there. And yet, there is an adjustment. There's enough adjustment here on them. Let's do minus 14 first. So we get here. It's this side, isn't it? Minus 14. Not that one. Come on, it's one of you. Here we go. Come on. Ooh, steady off. Ooh. 15.1. I like that. Right, we'll get the 15s to do that as well. Ooh, hang on, here we go. Come on, down you come. No, don't jump up again. Don't jump up again, you little bitch. Okay, 15.5. That's at 14.1, okay. So let's go up to... Balanced power supplies are a pain in the fucking arse, really. Right. Now the 15. Unless... That's nearly 15. Come on in. You're nearly there. Good girl. Too far. Okay. There we go. Ooh. Ooh. Stop fluctuating so much. Okay. Now, 8.5. No. Ooh, too far. 8.5. Come on. Nearly there. We go 8.5. And we want minus 6.5 from this puppy. mine's 6.5. Stays at 8.5. Could actually go down a bit more. No. Come on. There we go. All right. So far, so good. Hello, mate. You all right? You got with a migraine? Yes. My mate was supposed to be coming over yesterday with what was it? JD800 that he's selling off. He needs me to look at it quick, but couldn't make it because he had a migraine. He had to stay in bed all day. So, from Greece, eh? Oh, bloody hell. Hopefully you're getting better weather than we're getting here, mate. Right, okay, let's see what this young lady sounds like. Now we've got the power supply under control at least. Right, let's have a look. Put it into normal mode. Oh dear God. That's interesting. I wonder how it's doing two sounds at once there. Unless it's that one, also triggers on voice 4 as well. Well, that doesn't sound very happy at all, does it? Right. Let's have a look and see what CVs are kicking out with the voice cards. Okay, now. Certainly not a happy bunny, that's for sure. Right. Let's have a look at the triggers first. See what our triggers are doing. Right. Trigger 1. Which one is it? Right, that's trigger 1. That's not trigger 2. Or that one. That one. So I'm assuming 2 triggers are firing together. That one. Actually, trigger 1's firing again. Oh, it's not happy, is it? It's drifting all over the place. Oh dear me. Okay, let's have a look down here. Right, let's see what our key voltages are. Right, it's kicking out 5 volt, which is ridiculously high. So is that. Come on, one of them must be sensible. Right, so voice 3 seems to be okay. Okay, so voice 3 and 4 is okay. Voice 1 and 2, the CV is off the charts. Yay! So we've got a problem with the SH board at least. Let's address that first. Figure out how we're going to stabilise it afterwards. Oh, come on, stop talking about. Just take all these screws out. It's not worth hanging on to them. Put the capsules down there. Right, so look. I put a 4016 in it already. Okay. Somebody has tried to repair this at some point and then gave up. So it's fair days. So I think these 3140s have got to come out. It's unusual both of them are popped. And we just get a single one. Unless the voltage is obviously coming from elsewhere and it's not the transistor's fault. So a good way of checking that out is to disconnect the wire and see which end of the arse the voltage is coming from. Let that warm up. It is on, isn't it? Probably won't test it by holding the end. Right, okay, so keyboard CV for voice 1. We will pull it. There we go. And now we can see whether the voltage is coming from elsewhere or generated by the SH board itself. From the SH board itself. Yeah. I don't know whether this, I think all the triggering is up the wall as well, to be honest. We'll take out K2, which is the other high pitch whine. Oh, come on. Don't take that long to heat the solder up. Come on. Okay, I'll tell you what. Got a solder joint that's taking forever to melt. Add more solder. There we go, straight out. Let's see what you would have won. Yeah, this one's kicking out 5 up as well. So nothing, nothing, voice, voice. Now that's interesting. When it's on trigger 2, it tries to sound the other voice as well. So both 3 and 4 play together when you're on trigger 2. So there's a switching issue here, mate. I think we'd better investigate that first. Because that will bugger up our day otherwise. Right. Give me a little poker here. We'll check the 4016 first. These ICs look brand new. Not dated, but they just look new. They haven't got old IC font on them. Let's have a look. Come on in. that says it's okay. There it is. Now look at this switcher, this 411. Come on. Oh, come on, for God's sake, what's that there? Oh, Christ, they're in there tight. Yeah, again, a new font. Check the 411. Nothing wrong with the 411 either. So, switching problem between voices could be up in the rack, causing it. We'll have to see. I think what we'll have to do then is concentrate on why we're getting our stupidly high CV coming out of this. I think either one or both of these, well, both of these 3340s look like they might 3340s. What am I talking about? 3140s, I mean, might get the wall. So yeah, there's no magic formula for fixing synthesizers at all. It's mostly just trying to make different pieces of the puzzle fit together. Doing a jigsaw puzzle of a duck attacking a steam train or something, wherever the picture is. Right, so look, this comes out. There's always little buggers to get out of the boards. Let's see. Which end of the R scale these are on. So look. Right, how do you want to play this? Yeah, you want to be a ship, don't you? I think it's because the angle that the legs go into the board. Does it? Always have to go round twice. She's out. So basically, 8-leg transistor. Sorry, it's actually an IC, but it's done as it looks like a transistor when you're on the board. Because they do the normal, dual-in line version of this IC. But of course, Yamaha wanted to be flash, wanted to use these earlier versions. That's not actually true, it's because that's what was available. Dual-in line came in a few years later. Right, so that one, and probably also this one. Well, I can't say also this one. The second is also this one. Right, so those two. But due to to experience. I'm not throwing them away yet because it has been known that something else has transpired to be causing problems. So don't throw them away until the synth's working. Where did I put the other one? I thought I put that down somewhere. Oh, ass monkey. Oh, it'll turn up. It'll show up. Okay, so I need a pair of them. They're ridiculously expensive. But I think I've got some of the old stock ones. I have to have a quick look for them.
All right there, Cunty Bollocks.
Hello, love. How
you doing?
goes it?
Oh, hang on a minute. What have I got going on there?
Well, this thing only has to play 4 notes and it can't even do that properly.
What's that, CS50?
Yeah. It sounds awful.
Yes, I heard. I sort of popped in a little bit earlier and heard it squealing like a piggy.
Yeah, but it's also, its triggering is all screwed up. So when you activate voice 1, you get voice 1, although it's ridiculously piggy high. Then you do the next voice, fine, but also piggy high. But when you do 3, it plays 4 as well. Plays 4 as well and 1. And then when you go to 4, it plays 3 and 4 and 2.
I see.
But the switching ICs are working.
Okay.
And I don't want to have to go back to the CAS board because the CAS board is everything is expensive. Mainly because those 2 custom Yamaha custom ICs that are done in with the gold plated legs and their ceramic chip bodies.
Mm-hmm.
Very flash, don't you know? Cartier. How's your day been so far, dear?
You know.
Oh, that sounded very promising.
Come see, come ça.
Go. How's your day going? Well, click.
Yeah. Yes. No. It's at the moment I'm rendering a whole bunch of AI stuff.
Right.
So that's really dull and boring. And given
but
that it didn't
give you
work,
anything to do, does it?
Well, I've done
a
bunch of work. Yeah, I've done a bunch of work, and then I sort of say, off you go and generate the character, generate the audio, synchronize it all up, spit out something that I can use. The problem being is that the last time I did this, it fucked up big time, and I spoke with the developers, and they said, "Oh, send us these logs, send us this, send us. Can you zip the content up, send it over." Blah, blah, blah. Did all of that, and they've come back and they said, "Yeah, have you tried installing the update?" And I said yes, and they said, "Has that fixed it?" And I said, "Well, no, but I did start another project because I was getting fed up hanging around for this, and that's been working fine. So I'm kind of left with the assumption that something somewhere went a bit in the one that was messing up, and whether that was to do with the older version or the newer version, I don't know. But
it's like I mean, it's AI is a bit like I know it's always getting better and all the rest of it, but it does feel like you're sort of like, right, I could do this complicated calculation, or I can give it to this 4-year-old child. You never know.
Mm-hmm.
And you either get it back by, whoa, well done, or like, what the? You've drawn a picture of a horse.
Yeah.
Kind of thing, This isn't the sum I've asked you to do.
I know that using it helps it. Okay, I get that.
Yeah.
But time is money, and I don't want to be. I kind of took on this tool thinking I will use it for projects where it will be better, more expedient for me to do so. I could knock a bunch of things out really quickly without actually having to sit down and put in a bunch of extra hard graft. But right now, if my boss said to me, right, write me a report on your experience with it so far, I would be saying, do you know what? I could have probably done that myself a lot quicker. It wouldn't have had certain elements, because what we're doing is we're putting a face on the screen, so we're actually having somebody talking, which we've not done. Well, we did do, Jesus, it must have been years ago. I suggested that it would be great if we could have a narrator on screen because people engage with people. So my boss said, yes, what do you need? I said, well, I'll need green screen, I'll need lighting, I'll need blah, 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 blah. And she said, yep, go for it, do it. So I bought this massive great roll of green screen and a couple of flood lamps and all the other bits that I needed, lavalier mics and all this kind of stuff. Set it all up. I did this thing and green screened it, and there was me talking. And then she said, yeah, it's great. And then nobody ever really sort of created any content for me to use that on anymore. So it just got to be the green screen is rolled up and is in my lockup along with one of the lamps that's now broken. It was one of these Chinese things. It was about 150 quid's worth of stuff, but but it was a ball ache. It was an absolute ball ache because you had these two tripods with a metal bar across that you then put the green screen on. So I put it on I went out and sourced an old cardboard tube from a carpet place. Yeah. Wrapped the green screen around that, and then I could just pull it down and roll it back up again as I needed it. But I couldn't leave it up anywhere. So every time I wanted to do it, I had to set the whole rig up, set the lights up, get the camera sorted, do some tests. I didn't have an auto cue. That was one of the pain in the arse things. That was something I should have said, yeah, right, come on, buy me an iPad and I'll do the whole auto cue thing. So I was doing it off of cue cards, and so I had these kind of cue cards stuck on things around the camera so that my eye line didn't waver too much from the lens. And then I have to break it all down again, or risk the wrath of the family if it was still set up in the living room, and I needed it the next day. So it kind of all. So this software is brilliant because I can just type in the words. I have to do a little bit of finessing to get the pronunciation correct. I choose a character and I choose a voice, and two that go together. Hit a button and off it goes, and it produces all the stuff, and then it produces it with a plain background, so I can drop the background out with chroma key, put it on and put it anywhere I like. When it works, it's great. When it doesn't,
but as time goes by, there'll be more.
It will get better.
Target hitting to not.
Yeah. Absolutely.
As it gets better and better at it.
Absolutely. So I mustn't grumble too much, but it's fun, shall we say? I was using AI last night on some imaging. So sometimes we don't get decent photographs or product images from manufacturers. And so I have to go hunting around their websites and stuff and use images. And I found, there was this one company, they didn't have any real sort of website for the product, but I managed to find an image, but it was fussy. There was lots of bits on there I didn't want, and I used Photoshop, and I used the AI tools in Photoshop, and within a very short space of time I had got rid of all the bits I didn't want, and made the picture larger and make it look like that's exactly how it was supposed to be.
Gotcha.
And I just did that with a couple of clicks. Brilliant.
Well, I think I've got to go up into the up onto the decking and have a quick look in my spare board chest and see if I can find a quick S8 board there. Back in a sec.
Okie dokie. Aye. Let's see if that one's finished. Oh, it has. There we go. Jolly good. Oh, I've got to do that. Okay, fine. Well, I hope you're all well. Oh, he's back. That was quick.
That's handy. I found 3.
Wow.
Never mind 1 board.
Bonus.
These little puppies are as rare as rocking wood shit. So. I suppose it seems a little sort of like counterintuitive to pull a 50-year-old part out to replace it with another 50-year-old part. Yeah. Welcome to my world.
Well, indeed.
You going to come out? Oh, you do. Good girl.
Oh, flip it out.
Steady. Right, let's do voice 1 first. We'll see what it does. Oh, it's got lining up all these fucking legs. Do you do the honours there, sir?
Oh, yeah, hang on a sec. I've just got to
Thank you.
sign into this. Too many things at once. Oh, it's only him.
There he be.
It's only him.
It's only him.
Oh, yeah.
Did you see that post from Vimea, Kent?
No.
Where there's apparently a bundle of ICs for the 80 and the 60 and the 50 that are going. Yeah. Which I thought you might be interested in.
Well, any indication on price?
It just says reasonable or, you know, whatever. So who knows?
Yeah.
Who knows? But, you know, thought you might want to.
Well, quite possible. Although.
They've got Chris Rea's old Synthax.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah, I saw that.
I wouldn't mind having one of those, but I bet it's not cheap. Right. That's that.
All right. Let's see what voice 1 sounds like now.
Oh, hello.
Oh, hello.
Hello, Keith.
Grab my shitty little dog.
Oh, you little shit! You still kick it. Oh, you.
Can you hear me?
Yes.
We can.
That's right. I never know where the mic. Oh, fucking dog.
Wait,
Never know where the
Lily-
microphone picks up.
Lily's just come to the door and she's going. What is this? Because your seat's barking.
Fucking dog.
Is there a suspicious leaf out there or something?
There's
Right,
a suspicious
change the
dog.
IC over, and it's still doing 5-volt out. Well, actually closer to 6. So that's not right, young man.
What's this you're working on? Is it an Obi?
No, this is a CS 50. Oh, fuck. It's coming from the fucking cash board. Oh, bollocks.
Oh, well.
Oh
Oh,
dear.
that's a short somewhere then, right?
No, that's direct failure somewhere, but it ain't. Oh fuck! The cashboard. It's just. It's a nightmare on legs.
When you say it's a direct failure somewhere, were you talking about the component or me in the what?
Well, it gives the impression that the SH board has failed, but it's actually feeding an incorrect voltage from the cashboard to it. And if it traces back to one of these ultra rare, silly priced, bloody ceramic gold legged custom Yamaha ICs, it officially will write this keyboard off.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Wow.
I've seen one for sale on eBay for now, the chip, and they wanted £3,000 for it.
Fucking hell. Have a look at the VEMI. Let me have a look at the VEMI. Which chip is it?
It's called a YX 26600. So 266.
YX 26600.
Yeah. It's very distinctive. It's ceramic white with gold legs. About 40 of them. It's a 40 leg IC.
Okay.
Sounds very naturey out there.
No, none of those. This is all the IGO chips.
IGOO, yeah.
Yeah, so it's 158, 59, 56, and 51. So the VCA's a VCF envelope and wave shaper.
Yeah, I got a fair stock of them.
Okay.
But what I was actually intending to do was just wind down that stock right up until when I sort of like pack all this in.
Oh well, I'm going to catch up with this bugger and actually start learning a bit more about it, because there's bits of it that are still impenetrable to me. So,
well, I'm doing this thing where I'm going to put the M8X up on the shelf and bring the PB12 down and closer.
I think that's probably a good idea. I know there's a lot more can be done with this, but at the moment it's just I've had it all this time and I've not had the time to go through and actually get familiar and do a lot of, I've been working with ANX but nothing else. So I'm actually going to go and watch some of the videos, because some of it is just what the bloody hell. I can't believe I'm saying that, but I think I have to.
What? Oh, she started now. What is it, Nelly?
Little Jimmy, falling down well.
Little Jimmy.
What's that you say, Skibby?
Back from the music shop is here for some knob.
Nice going down from the music shop is here with some knob.
No, for your knob.
My knob?
Yeah.
What do you want with my knob?
Well, he thinks that you've got many.
Well, it hasn't seen action for many years.
You said something about a yellow envelope. Are you expecting it? I forget what it's called.
What earth is that?
Okay. Yeah, it's all the knobs and slider caps for that Arturia thing.
Isn't there something you were supposed to post this week?
There's 2 things I'm going to post this week.
Lyra cases.
There's 2 Lyra cases and Ambient Zero.
It's these board level discussions at Kent Towers that I admire.
I tell you what, are you here because you want to see your dad, or are you here because you saw bleeding sandwiches come in?
We all know it's the latter.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, why didn't you go round again?
That's rather a lovely vista, Keith.
It's sunny Scotland.
No.
Yeah, you've gone back up there. Do you go to the same place each time?
Yeah.
It's very nice.
You mind your ass? Thank you. Dad wants to break this board now.
Just come here. Ginger up. Ginger up. Ginger up. Oh, big ginger.
Oh,
Big ginger dog.
Oh,
Big
look,
ginger
look.
dog.
hello, Ging Dog.
Big ginger dog.
Looks a bit like you. Yeah, it's a blonde version of you almost. Look, looky. Yeah. Oh, put that tongue somewhere else, woman. Come on, munch on.
Okay.
Let your dad get this out.
Yeah.
Bobby.
Yes, mate.
Bobby.
Yes.
Sound breaking up.
I can hear you. I'm responding.
Okay. Oh, sorry. Are you intending to review any of the new Behringer rack mount stuff in passing?
Rack mount stuff.
Yeah, they've done a compressor, something. You've not been keeping up with.
You're talking about the compressor that's a direct rip-off of one that's already out there. The
Behringer.
with the
Direct
VU meter,
rip-offs?
yes.
What the fuck are you talking about?
Yeah, they've done a something 76. They call it.
Yeah. I've seen the boys at Take the Fear Out the Gear.
Yeah.
They're wetting their knickers over it.
I might have missed one being up here, so might not have kept up with it totally, but
I tend not to sort of touch anything outboardy.
okay.
It's not my area of expertise.
I do. And the 11, if it's the 11, is it the copy essentially of the Universal Audio 76?
Yeah.
1176?
Yeah.
Well, they've done it. It's
Essentially,
done
yes.
it to someone. It's a shame they've done
it's
it to an existing product line that's already out there. But if I were to have one, I'd give it a look at.
It's coming out about $4.49 or something, so it's not a cheap. Well, I mean, it's probably cheap
It's a
compared
tenth of
to
the price of the UA.
That's right. I'm just saying, in their range, it's quite an expensive piece of kit.
1073. You're quite right, Destructo. Yeah, but then a good compressor is worth every penny you pay for it. So
yeah,
whether or not it's a good one. So I'm happy to have a listen to it, have a play with it. I used to use those kinds of things a lot.
Yeah. I suppose it's a shame that I don't know what Gearfest are doing this year, but it's a shame that sort of gear probably won't make it down there for people to see.
Was there any talk of Behringer going to Gearfest, Robbie?
I've not heard anything.
No? Or Synthfest? Sorry,
Synthfest
Superbooth.
Superbooth. Nobody knows. People are randomly speculating because they went to NAMM. They must be going to Superbooth. Oh, who knows? No one knows. Not even. There was a newsletter today from Superbooth saying everything's going well in terms of preparations, but there was no announcements or anything like that. So unless they've snuck it onto the webpage, who knows?
Yeah.
Who knows? I mean, they've still got a German office, so it's not like they can't sort of make it.
German. German office.
German.
German.
It's a German.
They bombed our chippy.
And what do we reckon of the Synclavier?
Oh,
Mooted out there, orange in colour by the looks of it.
nah,
It's bound to be
wood.
good.
That's a poor render that they've put out, but it's going to be wood. But yeah, it's, on paper, sounds interesting.
Full.
No.
A full Synclavier.
No.
Yeah, it's a Synclavier Orc 2, which is basically the Orc keyboard redesigned to look much like the original Orc keyboard, but with a touch screen and basically a regen inside with DSP effects, and looks interesting, but it's still in development. So
Now that does sound like a very lovely thing. Are they talking about MPE or poly after
no
or any of that?
mention, no mention. They were quite non-committal in their specs.
So I presume that
all on Gear
yeah.
News.
It's very jumpy and fighty at the moment, just very painful. One moment, my love is in Manchester. Darling,
Sweetheart.
gentleman with the Jupiter 8 won't switch on. It kind of, he switched it on in a cold environment. It kind of flickered and no, it won't switch on at all. So can you fix it?
Might just be a fuse.
Or how? Yeah.
Well, the fuse is mounted on the first one.
Mm-hmm.
It could be just that. Does he want to attempt that?
Yeah.
If he wants to attempt, try to replace the fuses.
Well, see if you can fix it. Yes. He wants you to fix it.
Oh, okay. Then, yeah, okay, we'll have a look at it for you.
When? Now?
Well, no, it'll have to be now. Can you bring it Saturday?
Okay. Hello. Are you available to bring it Saturday? Yeah?
There goes the weekend again.
Oh, bloody hell, what was that? Oh. Dog.
What a gorgeous Dodge.
Video, little bastard. Didn't she? Go and get him now. Oh, come on. Get him out. It's like trying to corral a spider. Okay, get your fucking leg in there. Go on. Not the fuck about, mate. Just get. Never cut these fucking things level. Ah, go on. That's it. Go on. There we go. Go on. Don't fucking get in there. Ah, gotcha. Oh, she's evaporated. Oh, America. Right. Let's see what this does. Right. Okay. Booyah. Okay.
So, Robbie,
Hmm.
if and when the Orc 2 actually arrives, are you going to do an unboxing?
I don't think I could take it. I think
I
I'd be too
could.
stressed.
That would be fun.
We'll see. I mean, they've got two choices. They can either say, we're not going to send that bastard one because he really fucked up that first video. Or they'll say, let's send him the keyboard. That should sort out all his problems. There'll be one of the
That's
other.
an interesting take on it. Yeah.
But I'm sure I'll be speaking with them in due course. But at the moment, it's still something that's allegedly advanced, but it's still in development. So and is likely to cost anything between 3,000 to 5,000
Wow.
of your US dollars.
Still, I mean, considering what it is and what it does and the history and all that, I'm surprised it's so little.
Well, it's still only, by all accounts, it's still only going to be additive and FM synth. There's a subtractive in there, a VA in there as well. So it won't have any of the sampling stuff. But it does have the multi-track sequencer that can sequence internal, external, and audio.
I thought,
seems to have a bunch of patch points as well on the top.
Okay, I thought the regen did sample playback.
Yeah, you could use samples as partials.
That's where I was. Yeah.
But it's not a sample per se, or even a ROM.
Yeah. You have to transfer stuff into it.
But yeah, you can use samples as partials and stuff. Not that I fucking know, because I couldn't penetrate the bloody user interface. So there you go.
It was impenetrable, though.
It was, and I'm. It's interesting actually. Since this little piece of news broke the other day, I've read a lot of people say, "Oh, that's good," because the fucking regen was so difficult to get your head around. So I'm thinking, no, I wasn't alone.
Well, I don't think anybody really thought that it was like you were being incompetent when you did that video.
Well, I don't know.
Because I saw you push a combination of buttons and it did nothing. Then saw you push that combination of buttons again and it did. But there was no reason why it did when it didn't do it the first time around. It was a complicated piece of shit.
It was, yeah. I mean,
you had to know.
Very good.
You have to know.
It sounded great.
A lot of information before you go anywhere near the fecker.
Yeah.
Whereas
the more I think about it,
the Behringer System 55 that I bought, and we did an unboxing video. That was the
with one or two cables.
Exactly, and it was like, what the fuck am I doing? Let's watch this idiot unpack 70,000 cables with his tiny little modular.
I think both of those are my favourite unboxing videos anywhere on the internet.
Yeah.
They're honest.
You need to get out more.
I must admit,
Well,
it was fun because I thought it was quite funny that I misunderstood, times one as it's times one pack of 20. I was like, oh, for fuck's sake. I thought the cables were a bit expensive. Oh, dear God.
Oh, dear indeed.
Oh, dearie me. Right, okay. I'm trying to do everything other than investigate the YM chip.
Oh, you know that video I was working on the other week? That was really frustrating me and...
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
It was premiered this morning at a big meeting in Reykjavik, I think it was.
Okay.
And apparently it went down very, very well. So it got lots of laughs. So at least that worked. Hopefully for the right reasons.
Good.
Hurrah.
Yeah.
Hurrah.
My boss was there. Because my boss wasn't involved in it. It was for another person. But my boss was there and she just messaged me and said, I saw it. And it went down well. So
Good.
Well done.
It was kind of worth it. Now, the thing is, I'll probably get lots of other people saying, oh, can you do this for me?
Yeah.
No.
Because of the success of this one.
Yeah. Pay me a shed load more money, top my pension fund up, and I might think about it. I tell you what, this new Synclavier thing has really brought out that I remember way before I got a Fairlight or was involved in repairing Fairlights. Trying to penetrate that inner circle of owners to either just ask questions and get information, or to, heaven forbid, ask if they could share any documentation or samples or anything like that. It was impenetrable. The regular answer you got was, if you want that, buy one. That's what we did. And I'm like, oh, fuck off. So, yeah, it took a long, long while. And then when I eventually got my in, oh, they're all my friends now. Oh, have you got these bits in stock? Have you got... And I'm like... Oh. Anyway, the same people... Because you'll find that people that have got Fairlights tend to also have synclaviers, original synclaviers. And the same people... I'm just reading a thread in a synclavier group on Facebook. They're all instantly dismissive of this new synclavier. Oh, I bet it sounds nothing like the real thing. Oh, I think I'll be using my real original synclavier for many... Oh, fuck off. It's horrible.
Some of that, though, is them justifying having spent the money on something.
Or trying to justify it, yeah.
Or trying to justify it. People do that. Yeah, it's kind of, because I spent this much, it's got to be good and it's got to be exclusive.
And nobody else must... I mean, this is the one thing... It's why I take stuff like the DX1 or the Fairlights out or anything of this stuff. Is because I might have saved a lot of money, spent a lot of money on some of this stuff, but I want other people to enjoy it as well. I want them to go, oh god, that's amazing, not gatekeep it. Fucking, it really pisses me off. Oh. Yeah, it's ridiculous.
There's a certain level of snobbery, isn't there?
Oh, massively.
Which is
massively.
Yeah, that's always puzzled me. It's kind of, if you want to have a play, come and play. Come and tinkle. Come and have a look. See what it's all about.
That's it.
Yeah.
And they just sit there in their little hovels and gatekeep all of this stuff, and I've got it and you can't have it.
And I have been thinking, I was talking about following some videos. I've been thinking I've had this for way over a year now, almost 18 months. And it's the first synth I've ever owned, that by this point I'm not deeply into it and understand every facet of it. And it's just really, really weird to have a synth that I'm not as familiar with as I should be. But we've all had lives to live, haven't we?
Well, exactly.
But I feel a bit of a knock.
Well, I mean, Jesus, I don't know any synth in this room inside out. And in fact, if I did once know some of these synths inside out, I've fucking forgotten.
That's a terrible, because that thing, I mean, I helped design the fucker, and I know that. I used to know that really inside out. Someone came round the other day, and I put it up here, and I started it up, and I really had to think.
Yeah.
I really had to think my way through all of that muscle memory for where things were and how things connected. I had to really, really think carefully about it. It came back pretty quick, but yeah, if you don't use it,
you lose it.
Yeah.
That's like when I got that RM1X and the CS1X, and I sold those years ago. But I used to fly around those things, and I'm sat there going, oh, where was that? Can't remember. Gone.
Yeah.
What?
Sounds healthy, Kent.
It's healthier.
At least it sounds musical.
5-year-old recorder player.
Right, now we've got an octave full.
Sounds like a clanger.
Now, if it has an octave fault, that's the other ceramic IC. So we've got away with the CD one, now we've got the octave one. Motherfucker. What?
Oh,
You think you could fix it? You think you're that smart?
Loving the bird song, Keith.
You can hear it, can you?
You pay credit for it.
Yeah.
Look.
Scottish bird song, I'll have you know.
When I have my sandwich, you can have a bit of it, okay?
Whereabouts in Scotland are you, Keith?
Aviemore.
I thought I recognised there. I
That
spent
tree.
a bit of time up in Aviemore. I love it up there.
It's stunning. When the weather's nice, it's stunning.
No, that way.
Yeah.
Thank you.
No, I can't turn my camera around. Fucking little dog. I can't turn my camera around, but
Is that your dog or somebody else's dog?
no, it's dog in the house. You had to put her in because. So somewhere
There
over
you
there
go.
in the background is part of the Cairngorms,
Yeah.
sort of just lying. I'm just saying that's part of the mountain over there. And there's that side's the Mondialiath Mountains or something strange. Another name. Oh, it's over there as well. Green trees on top.
In a previous life, a former brother-in-law of mine was a ranger stroke raptor expert in the Cairngorms for based in Aviemore.
Yeah.
Brilliant place.
A raptor expert.
Yeah.
What, the extinct dinosaur? I think he had a lot of fucking work, didn't he?
What that?
Raptor is birds, hawks.
Oh, okay. We can learn.
Well,
Birds
they've
of
got
prey.
one. They've got one down here now. There'd been one for a few years down where the trout
Okay,
fishery
good.
is.
A warden.
Well, they've got a falcon. I think it's a falcon or hawk centre where the
Centre. Okay.
where the trout as well as the trout fishery. They've put in either a hawk or a falcon display or something like that.
I can just imagine a trout fishery and ospreys going really well together.
Well, saying that, if you go up the road towards, let me think. From here, if you go up towards Nethy Bridge and then out a bit further, you take a small B road and the osprey centre's there, and there's one or two locks there as well to keep the ospreys busy. So you can go to a specific place and see them if you so wish.
Yeah, ospreys are. I've seen one once. Up that way. I think Jonathan took us to see it, and it was an extraordinary sight.
Yeah,
An extraordinary sight. They're so rare,
Yeah.
so gorgeous,
I mean,
so beautiful.
some of the photographers up here on that rare moment have caught ospreys picking the fish out of the water and things like that.
I believe I tried to do that, and I got a shot of water, very blurred, down near my feet. I was trying to.
Well, I'm just saying there is one or two pictures about from I'm not even sure it's not Loch-Ellen, that because again they've got ospreys there as well, but I think they've a couple of photographers have been lucky over the years to capture that moment.
Yeah.
What have we got now?
AC Ahead says those birds sound nice, like I'm outside without having to be.
It's very much like it is, really. I mean, the thing with what I was, I mean, I can understand this because this is the housing estate. You know, you've got the trees and you've got these small birds and things like that. But it still fascinates me. You can go into the forests and there's still quite a hive of activity from the small birds. You think a lot of forests are dead to other, to that sort of thing because of the amount of tree cover and things. It seems to put them off.
Well, it
But
gets
no,
worse. It gets worse when it's a monoculture of just a particular fir or whatever for
Yeah.
forestation. But actually,
but
even there.
But a lot of the forests are like that, though. That's the whole thing, though. They are they are proper forestry forests. So they do tend to be one type of tree, but you can still get the small birds up there, sort of thing, where we go.
I'm married to one.
What, small bird?
Yeah.
No, I'm married to a fat bird.
I'm not.
Mine's a small bird. She's a lovely thing.
But anyone in the chat, I can't see any chat, I'm afraid, because I'm on the phone and it doesn't show. Because it's under StreamYard, I think. It doesn't show any chat. So say hello to everybody from sunny Scotland. Don't know if there's any other Scottish people in the chat. And the most likely ones are going to be, yeah.
Rabbi Burns, is he? No, he's not in the chat. No. He's not in the chat. No.
No, I haven't seen him for ages.
Oh, look, 234 Cheech. I'm Scottish. Well, that's all right.
Yeah.
That's fine.
That's
fine. It's okay. I'm part Welsh, so
Yes,
well, obviously, Scott McCauley's a bit Scottish.
No, is he?
I believe so.
Oh, yeah. Wow.
Phil McCavity.
What about Ben Doon and Phil McCavity?
Yeah,
that's who you're thinking
Irish
of.
Couple.
Yeah, and Ben Doe.
So apparently, Cheech 234 Cheech lives in Lanarkshire.
Okay.
Which is a lovely, lovely part of the world.
Yeah.
Homegrown, spent a decade in Scotlandshire. Well, I spent about 5 years travelling up through the borders and then to just the other side of Edinburgh to Musselburgh, just past Cockenzie there, the power station up there. So I spent a lot of time up there and in Glasgow.
Is icing not Scottish?
No, icing's on cakes. What are you talking about? Honestly,
icing the Body Electric. You see, not
why are you icing the Body Electric? Why are you icing it? Put it on cakes.
It's a different spelling. I can assure you, it's a different spelling.
Keith, mate, you and I need to have a talk, honestly.
About what? Beards or?
About me being a nonsense monkey.
Oh, right.
234 Cheech again, yeah. ACO head, you just don't have the right lens recently. I should rent one for a weekend. What sort of a lens are you after, ACO head? What sort of camera has it got to go on?
Perhaps he's out bird spotting.
Bird spotting. There we go. ACO.
Up on a register.
ACO head says it was a male luring me away from the nest. I don't know what you're talking about now. That just sounds a bit weird, to be honest. There we go. Canon DS. All right. So you want an EX? I've got a number of different lenses. In fact, I think I've got 200 to 600, no, 200 to 800. I'll have a look. If I've got anything you want to borrow, just let me know. I'll send you separately. I'll send you a link with some of the kit.
Just
I've got the Black
ship
Magic,
it over.
so
You'd have to ship it to Belgium.
Oh, of course. What a twonk.
What? I could have done with that.
Go on.
So I could have done with the lens the size of a dustbin yesterday because we went up the top of the Cairngorm. They've got the vernacular railway back open, so you can get up to the restaurants and viewpoints and things up there and see. I mean, yesterday was a very clear day, so you could see for miles and miles and miles.
Yeah. And the big old lens would be good for that, but then you need to steady it and all that stuff. Yeah.
Oh no, there was, and it was windy, so they probably would have had and unless they're seasoned, then it might have been a big ask. I mean, I saw a couple of big lenses up there with people, sort of thing. So I don't know they got
And
on.
actually, it's not that expensive to hire some really good slick pro lenses. It's not, and you can hire sort of 30-40 grand's worth of lenses for not a lot of money if you know people well.
Yeah,
and, you're willing to insure them and all that stuff. But yeah, there we go. ACO. Didn't realise you were in Belgium, matey. Sorry about that, but I didn't mean it about the lenses anyway. I wasn't going to really give them to you. Don't think I was, do you? Honestly. But €30 a day for the sort of 600-800 mil.
Yeah,
that's about right. It's good. Yeah.
Silly money, then, isn't it? Really.
Well, it is. As long as it's got the built-in, or you've got some sort of, I've got a what do you call it? Stabilisey thingy. My brain's gone.
A gimbal.
So I've got various different gimbal. That's it. I've got various different gimbals for different size cameras for video and or photographic.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But my camera's so old now that you'd really want to start again. With it all, because the lenses have. I mean, I could probably look at my camera and buy some big lenses now for it, and hope that people are start to get rid of them because they're upgrading and things like that. So the prices have come down a lot for when I last looked.
It's all about the sensor, really. If you can get a big enough sensor, then it's you can keep the same camera. Anything, if you can get something between 25 and 40 megapixels or whatever, then you're in the sort of territory that's you can use any kind of lens with, and you don't really need to change up that often.
Yeah.
It's having a base something. I've got an old DSLR. I've got an old Canon D600, I think it is, which is really yonk. And shooting raw on that is okay, but it only produces 5K pictures. 5K.
Yeah.
Whereas my Blackmagic 6K video camera, you can take stills on that are larger and a better quality because it's on a whatever sensor. So yeah. I think I might have to get another camera soon.
Yeah, I'd like to. I'd need to go back to find the books on my camera to see what on earth the specs were now, because it's that old and unused that I can't remember much about it.
Do you know what it is? What it's called?
Yeah, it's a D5100, which isn't Canon. Is it Nikon,
no, it's Nikon?
It's Nikon, isn't it? Yeah, so because I mean they follow that with the 52 and the 53, and after that, and after it's like they've continued. I don't know about now, but they continued that family on for quite a long time. So mine goes back that far. And the one thing it is too old for is to try and do video for like a webcam.
No.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
What's it saying, Kent? I said, what's it saying? Yeah. I don't. You sound like one of the monkeys.
That's what it's saying.
It's not a happy girl.
There we go.
Here we go. 4050. I think this one can come out for now. Might stop the triggering problem. Oh, you calm down, little cow. Oh, I can wait.
Has Matt been in today?
No, not today.
All right. Okay.
You may still show. You know.
No. No, I didn't have it been anything good on the school run and things like that.
Yeah. Right. Get this running.
Did your goodies turn up, Keith?
Sorry, you all went together.
I love it when we all come together. I was saying, Keith, did your goodies show up?
I don't know
Because you're not there.
And I haven't actually had a text from a courier to say we are delivering something to you today.
Apparently, it was delivered today.
Okay, well, I need to go through my message. Well, no, I mean, I need to go through my messages and any other form of, I can't remember whatever form of communication they have.
Yeah,
you know, if it's
probably Hermes, I think, with the t-shirts.
Herpes?
I think you get a free for that.
You get a free dose of herpes.
Yeah.
ProSynth Network herpes, not just any old herpes.
No. So I saw, what's his name? Who's the guy? Was it Dennis who got the purple DX1?
Oh, yes.
Plum. Danny,
yeah.
I'm just saying, see, he's got one of the my other Synth t-shirts.
Yeah, I need to do. I was working on a jacket last night.
Oh,
I was watching Synth Samurai, just flicking through some of his stuff, and he's had a jacket made up, and he's put Behringer here.
Yeah, I saw that.
Yeah,
and on the back.
Yeah,
and on the back he's got it in big letters, yeah.
But did you see the jacket? The inside of the collar and down the zip line was yellow.
Yes.
So I thought,
yes.
Actually, that looks quite cool. And I know that he uses the same suppliers as we do.
Right.
So I was trying to find that design so that I could do like a black one with red, the red trim,
orange,
and the PSN look, or orange.
Yeah.
Actually, no, orange would be nice. Maybe we should make an orange one.
Don't. I'm going to go broke by Christmas.
Would you like an orange jacket with black trim or a black jacket with orange trim? Or is that asking?
No, I'd have to see a mock-up or whatever, because that much orange.
Says the man who sat there in that much orange.
Sorry. Yeah. Oh dear.
Steady on it.
I know. I've had this cough a week before I come away, so that was last week, and I'm still trying to. I'm obviously not drinking enough this week to try and get rid of it, but I don't know if I could do an orange jacket, unlike that guy at Brustronica last year.
I didn't. We had
jacket, trousers, hat,
the whole
hat.
thing.
Yeah,
the whole thing. Yeah.
Apart from shoes, I think. But
yeah, he was a bit of a tango. He was tangoed.
Yeah.
Yes.
No.
So Terry's chocolate orange.
Thing was, I couldn't find the specific because I found what I thought was the design, and then when I looked it up in the system, it didn't show the colour down the zip line. So I've emailed Mr. Samurai and just asked him if he could tell me what template he was using, and then come up with something similar. But look nice, and they go from really extra small to 6XL. So
right.
Yay for fat blokes! I'll be able to
Yay
buy one.
Yay for fat blokes!
Well, they're saying that the jacket I did the other day, I looked at the sizing guide and it says 3XL. It's like a 54-inch chest, which I thought that's a bit big for a 3XL. Normally that's like a 4, so I might be able to fit in one of those.
Can you ask if they'll go to 7XL?
I could, but I doubt it.
Yeah, well,
You'd need a tent manufacturer, Andrew, I think, for that.
I was thinking for Kent.
Some years ago, I went to buy a replica Norwich City shirt, as I sort of tend to do every sort of other year. And
you've got to do it.
Indeed.
Otherwise,
and they actually went up to 7XL.
Did
and
they?
I thought, Yeah, they all went. I was like a 5, I think, because I don't like because football shirts tend to be quite fitted, and I don't. Obviously, a fitted T-shirt on somebody my shape doesn't look good, so I sort of go a size a bit bigger, so it's a bit looser. But I thought that because they clearly understand their audience. It's like when you go to rock gigs, the average size of the man, and sometimes women, is not slim fit. They're generally our age with beer bellies and man boobs and back fat. So they never do anything over like 2XL, which would look ridiculous.
Yeah.
So I'm very. So I'm eternally disappointed whenever I go to a merch stand and think, oh, maybe these lot will have large T-shirts. Stephen Wilson once went on his Raven tour, actually put a message out on social media and said, if you want a 4XL T-shirt, reply to this message and I will make sure that there's enough for all of you who want the 4XLs. And he did. And they were reserved under the counter. Very nice, man.
That's very lovely.
Yeah. Because he knows his audience. He knows that prog rockers are generally men of a certain age with certain
Stature.
body size statures. Yeah,
Impressive stature.
that's the one.
Fat fuck.
What?
What?
Yeah, fat fucks. Yeah,
Fat fuck, yeah.
progressive,
Yeah.
progressive stockers. That's what they are.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Right, how's my thing doing?
Right, I'm going to go and get on with some researching and playing with this thing. It's time for me to bite the bullet, I think.
What are you looking to do, Andrew?
There are elements of this, in fact there's most of it, that I really just am not, it's not intuitive for me. I don't understand some of the way it puts together performances. When I'm looking to change bits, change either modulation or aftertouch or, waveform, I know how to do it per preset. I don't really get how it works completely in the performance thing yet. And I've not really worked out the best way to use the magic knob, as my wife will tell you.
Right.
So, there's a whole bunch of stuff. At the moment, this is a very good, expensive poly aftertouch virtual analog synth. It's a halfway decent FM, in fact, it's a very good FM synth. And it's a decent sample playback engine as well. But mixing them all together and getting the most out of this is still, I still haven't yet worked out exactly how to set up and program the individual stages. So you have different scenes. So I've done it, and I've done it a few times, but I've kind of forgotten because I've really not used it a lot after the first flush. So I need to just go back through and get familiar with it, because I feel like I've not even scratched the surface, and I should be the master of this thing, not just a puzzled teen looking at it going, oh. Yeah.
So no one else in the PSN world that will give you a few pointers?
There's lots of people, but this is one of those things where you kind of just, each of us learns differently.
Yeah.
So this is one where I've just got to bite. I'm looking for shortcuts, and there are some Yamaha. There's plenty of videos on it. I think I've just got to bite the bullet and go through.
I'll tell you two places I point you to.
Yeah.
First of all, the Yamaha Synth YouTube channel itself, where you get people like Blake and Hans Peter and the other guy who's named the Italian guy. They've done some really good videos on all aspects, but also if you go to a website called, and I'll put this link in the chat. The website's called Easy Sounds, and it's run by, I think it's Hans Peter, and they sell lots of sound banks for Yamaha synthesizers, including Montage and Montage M. but they also produce a music production guide, which comes out every month. It's completely free of charge. It's a PDF magazine. You can go back in time and go through back issues as well. And let me just get it here. They've got some great tutorials in there, but because they're written down, so it's, you know, I think those of us of a certain age would appreciate something that's more readable than a video. So
yeah, I've got both of those. I'm actually on the Yamaha YouTube channel now.
There's the music production guide link in the chat.
Gotcha. Just grabbing that now.
Like, there's there's a 5-part ANX workshop, which if you've been delving into that already, you might not need. But there's also how to create multi-element parts, content management, from ideas to project in 5 steps, expanded soft synth guides, external. Yeah, there's lots of stuff that dates back to when the Montage M launched.
Yeah, well, I'm gonna have a look. It's that whole performance thing. It's being able to grab a number. You know, I'm used to bringing lots of different sounds up and having full control over them. I don't quite yet get the routing of all of this stuff and how to jump in and quickly change individual performance characteristics so that everything works as it should do. I know, you know, I can do all the rest of it, kind of, but it's just a bit of a to me. But so I need to go. I need to jump in.
Production guide's really good. It's a really interesting read as well. Like this month, they've got a feature on the CS1X. You know, because you can. It's nice, and their sounds are very good as well.
Easy sounds. There we go. Gotcha.
Just look for their
fatal error. Fatal error with that link. And let's go to. Why is that being a pain? Copy. Let's go to a new doofer.
Put it in.
Yeah, it's odd. It's not taking. I'm just going to go to easy music production guide.
Shit dog.
Is that what it is?
That's it. And then if you click on, there's a link that will take you to the library of all the issues. It goes back years. It's a very interesting magazine. Completely Yamaha focused.
Yeah, it's not doing it. That link doesn't work.
Try the new link that I just put in the chat, in the actual YouTube chat.
Now you're being tricky, YouTube, eh?
Or I'll put it. Let me put it in the private chat.
It's all right. No, I'm doing it now. I'm in.
Come here, shit. Come here.
Okay.
Come here.
Thank you.
Come here. Come up. Up. Show everyone what a little shit you are.
Oh, hello, girlie.
Curly brown poo.
Gotcha. Thank you, Robbie.
Let's go. See, Andrew, you just had to ask.
Yeah.
Asking you
as always.
Yeah.
As always. Hurrah.
I've run out of things to charge with my power bank because I'm trying to run it down so I can give it a full charge.
Shouldn't you only take it down to about 20%?
Yeah, it's still at 43.
Yeah. Yeah, well, there is that.
Does my MacBook need a charge?
Charge up the tasers.
Yeah. I'm also
Right.
waiting for
April 1st,
Amazon because I've got some goodies coming from Amazon today.
2025.
Have you?
Nice
Rode.
Go.
Wireless microphones. New gimbal for my camera.
2,200 at 25.
Which gimbal are you getting?
It's a DJI one.
Oh, the Ronin.
No, begins with an O.
Oh, I know what you mean. Yeah.
Osmo?
No.
Yeah, I think it's some. It's not Osmos, but it's like Osmos. But it's seems quite a decent one for the money. So
Yeah.
doesn't need to be too flesh.
It's called the Oz. I think it's called the Osmo, OSMO.
Yeah, could be. It's the DJI.
It's self-contained thing, so it's got a handle and it's got the camera all built in. Yeah.
No, it's the Osmo Mobile 7P,
Oh.
which also has. It's got this other little gizmo that you bolt on the side that gives you, what's it called? Native tracking, all that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
So, yeah, that's all right.
Sounds good.
Things. I think this one's been leaking quite badly. 2025. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, yeah, you bastard.
Right. Amelia Chung-hee has just sent me a friend request. I don't even know. Oh, apparently flu can kill, according to the big post on her website. She's an orthopedic surgeon doctor at Queen Elizabeth Hospital, Birmingham. Lives in Birmingham. Is single.
Baby keep.
It's followed by one person. And her website is full of medical stuff. Ooh, that's weird. That's creepy.
Yeah, there's a lot of those going on. I keep on getting posts from some sort of weird organization that based in the Netherlands saying my various different Facebook pages have broken rules and they're about to shut it down. If I wanted to dispute, I just get those every week, about 3 or 4 of them, and it's just go away, and I can't. I've tried blocking them, and Facebook won't allow me. You have to go into Meta Business. And I'm just like, no, not going there.
Pain in the ass.
Yeah. Right, I'm going to go and have a read. I've got this. Okay. I've got the first article up from them, and I'm going to have a little butchers.
Cool. Enjoy.
Yeah, wish me luck.
See you later, Andrew.
Have a good one up there, Keith.
Yeah, I intend to.
Yeah. Keep splashing solder everywhere, Kent.
Yeah, it seems to work.
Yeah. See you later. Bye.
Take care.
Bye. I can't see what it is, Kent. What is it?
It's CS50
Right.
with more problems than you could possibly imagine in one box.
It's got 99 problems, but something isn't one.
Yeah, but working isn't one.
But working is one, yeah. Right. Oh, there's not much. Jesus.
But it hasn't seen a new component in 50 years, so I think I'm going to have to replace the voltage regulators in this as well. I'm going to rebuild the power supply because I'm hoping that might cure at least 30 of the issues it's got.
We can rebuild him.
Just OP. What do I need now? I need 20. Was it 2,200? 25, is it? 35. So if I've got 63, all the better. What 22s? 2200s. Come on, 2200s. Must be some knocking around here.
Any news on Synthesizer, Robbie?
Yes.
Is that good news?
No.
Really?
I'm afraid that Synthesize this year is not happening.
Okay.
So basically,
There's quite a few not happening, isn't there?
When I say there's been a change in management, it's not like it's been taken over. It's just like there's been a management restructuring, and the guy that owns the place is now firmly focused on the other side of his business, which is supplying film and TV props.
Okay.
Because that's quite a lucrative business to be in. So the people that are now running the museum are spending this year reevaluating their events and stuff, because some work better than others and so on and so forth. So the fact that that guy is no longer sort of in the mix, and also the other guy who was behind it, Tony, has moved quite a way away. I think he's gone all the way down to I think Southampton or somewhere on the south coast. So he was spending a lot of time and money and effort putting this show on for the last few years since he's moved away, and he can't do it anymore. So
No.
he's said, I'm going to knock that on the head. So I said, look, speak to them, and if we can help in terms of organising and stuff, I'd love to do it. And the response basically was, we're reevaluating, but yes, we'll talk, but this year, forget it. So
yeah,
unfortunately, unless of course they have a complete change of heart, but at the moment, it's not going ahead, which is a shame, because it's a nice little one to do, a nice local one, and it's different.
I mean, it gets the gear out for people to see and things like that, doesn't it?
And
Which is
great,
what.
It's a great venue as well. Complete nerd out with all the computer stuff. So
yeah, I mean, a lot of that don't mean anything to me, but I still went round it last year and spent quite a long time, looking at things basically, and remembering some of them.
Yeah,
but
yeah.
Really
So we've lost this year. We've lost Synthesized and Synthfest. So if your Synthesizer show begins with the word synth,
yeah.
you're fucked.
And I obviously couldn't make it to the London Synth and Pedal show or whatever it was.
I didn't.
I'd like to have gone.
Well, I don't know if you caught the pub yesterday.
No. I've got through about the first hour. That's all I managed.
Ian popped on, and he went.
Yeah.
And he said he was very disappointed because it was massively oversubscribed. Even though they've been doing this, it's free, but you got to buy a ticket to manage numbers.
Yeah.
It didn't seem like anybody was managing the numbers, and he said it was absolutely rammed, and it was like 4 or 5 people deep at each stand, and you just had to kind of like it was. He said it was horrible. So
I'm sure the year before was like that.
Really?
Yeah, I'm almost sure that people had gone at various times. Or the other thing was, I think the other thing that I remember was that the queues to get in, and they wouldn't let people in until people come out,
right,
and things like that. So that I did have that sort of fear of those sort of numbers, and sort of thing. I remember watching the video. Someone put up a video from last year. But it looked reasonable, the people and everything like that. But
yeah. I mean, I haven't watched any of Nick's vids yet, but by all accounts from Ian, it was.
Oh yeah, they're up, aren't they? Yeah.
Yeah, it was rammed, but
yeah.
And as somebody said in the chat, it very much is mostly sort of modular, as is Bristronica. That doesn't stop me from saying there, but obviously that doesn't appeal so much.
No.
But it's up to us to combat that. Bring some proper synthesizers on. Yeah.
So, any thoughts on Gearfest this year, or?
It's happening.
Yeah.
Is it the 19th of July? I think it's on the website now.
I haven't checked. I must admit, I haven't checked yet.
The date's up, but the tickets aren't.
No.
But yeah, I'll probably go because there's been nothing else. I mean, obviously, super booth, but it'll be a nice. I'll probably work that in and sort of like bring the wife, and she can do her thing in London, and I'll do my thing, and then we'll just meet up at the. Might even come down by train, save have a few beers then.
That's what I do.
It's a shame that. I mean, I know it's you can just jump on a tube, but it's a shame that King's Cross is the station that's nearest to Gearfest, because if it was Liverpool Street, it'd be perfect. You wouldn't have to worry about the tube.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, it's not too bad. From I come down to Euston,
Oh yeah, right.
so I'll walk past. Well, I come out of Euston, I go walk past St Pancras,
That's it.
and then walk past King's Cross,
And then take a left and
then walk up.
yeah.
I'm just saying, that's why I'm quite happy to sit out in that yard and have a couple of beers, sort of thing.
Yeah.
And dream of eating food from there, but
Every time we go anywhere near King's Cross, just if you come out of King's Cross station, look just to the left. There's a big Five Guys.
okay.
And I love Five Guys, but I hate the price of Five Guys.
I wouldn't like to think what it was in London.
It's very expensive.
But you're right. I mean, there's one in Watford, and we've had takeaways, and like you said, they're really, really nice and things. But the price does make you sort of think about it maybe once a year, sort of thing. If you want to take away,
it's a rare treat. But no, I shall probably do Gearfest and then British-Tronica. But Super Booth is the one, I think, now.
It is from a European point of view, isn't it?
Yeah. The thing is, it doesn't. I mean, yes, you're in Berlin, which is fantastic. It's a lovely city. You know, there is a very cosmopolitan feel to it because there's people from all over the world there. I mean, most people are speaking English anyway, so you feel very kind of at home. I know that's awfully British, isn't it? Everyone speaks English, but you just feel instantly at home. So yeah, I love it. Can't wait. Right, is this thing finished?
There you go.
Oh, just one more. Good. Come on, Amazon, where are you?
One, two, three, four. Come on, go through. Oh, come on, go through. Always go. Always.
Right, and
So is anything exciting coming this year you can't talk about? Because like last year, well, no, seriously, last year we had the Muse, the Polybrute 12, and for me the Astrolab. As three really worthwhile synths coming out.
Yeah.
So have we got anything similar this year? That sort of yes or no, Robbie. I don't. Was 25 a fairly after last year? Everyone's sort of.
I think a lot of people shot their bolt last year.
That's what I mean. Is that a case of that? Because last year you also gave hints that there were things worth. If you had money or savings sort of thing, there were things that were worth hanging on to your money for, literally. To spend it on if you got the money, sort of thing. So just saying, is there anything this year because you haven't really even hinted at?
No, it's it has been rather quiet. I mean, I've seen some roadmaps from some of the big companies. I've actually got a meeting on Thursday with another company where they say they're going to be showing us new things for 2025. But I think the vast majority of that will be software. I don't think there'll be much hardware, unless of course they pull a rabbit out of the bag there. But most of the roadmaps I've seen are either updates to existing products, or larger or smaller versions of existing things. So, for example, if something's got a 49 key version, there's plans for a 61 or an 88, or even the other way. But inside, essentially, it's just an update. I think I have a funny feeling. Who was it now? There was a company that said a few things, and I was like, oh, okay. I think you might be holding back on something. Generally, I think companies are getting a little bit more savvy now in terms of leaks. I do wonder if Synclavier might show up at Super Booth.
Do you know, I was going to say that if you hadn't said it, I was going to say, do you think that's the one that's possibly now suddenly will burst at Super Booth?
It would be an ideal time to do it because, like I say, I don't think there'd be anything else to overshadow it. Like last year, Moog could have put the Muse in the main Super Booth show, but they chose not to, and they chose to give it just a private viewing. And I don't know why, whether it was, even if they had only got the one that we saw at this off-site event, to have it at Super Booth would have been amazing. But they chose not to for some strange reason, for it to then come out a couple of months later.
It makes you wonder if it was a true prototype and may not have taken the hammering, if you like, of a exhibition. But
they could have then, in that case, they could have just did what they did with Lisa, because Lisa was doing little live shows with the other new things like the Labyrinth and the Spectravox. So they could have just said, look, it's not there for public use, but Lisa Belladonna will be coming on and doing a 20-minute jam with it. So I still don't know why they didn't do that. It was because then basically it said to Arturia, the floor is yours, because the Polyroot 12 had the biggest crowd around it. And and rightly so. I don't think we're going to see anything new from the big boys. I don't think Yamaha or Roland have got anything up their sleeves. I think Korg.
They've been making noises about the 33 again, haven't they?
Well, yeah, but only because they think they're eventually close to releasing it, and what they'll probably do, because Korg don't. So
it must be close because they've now given an accurate price for it.
Yeah, but the thing that Korg do at Super Booth is that they have Korg Berlin, which is their experimental division, and every year for the last 2 or 3 years they've got that one electromechanical thing. I forget what they call it now.
Thing.
And each year it's a little bit better than it was the year before. So I just get this feeling like this year we'll get there and the Korg Berlin guys will be there with their little gypsy caravan, and inside there'll be a slight improvement on the one that we saw last year. But as for synthesizers, the stuff that we are kind of into, it's the German distributor that does the Korg stand, and they have a big inflatable thing in the middle of the as you enter into the Fez building. You've got the ticket booth and everything, and then you've got this big inflatable sort of semicircular dome thing, and that's where they had the 3300 last year, and it was behind a glass cabinet, and they were only letting certain like YouTuber influencers play it and not anybody else, and it wasn't fully 100% working either. So it's quite a lackluster presence that they have there, because it's the distributor, it's not Korg themselves. So I think that's always disappointing from their perspective, and I hope that maybe one day they'll change that. But it's not like, I mean, you've got Luke, who is basically known the world over as being the Korg guy, and he'll be at NAMM, he'll be at all the British stuff, but he's not always he's not as highly visible at Super Booth as as you would have hoped. So anyway, so I don't think Korg have got anything spectacular lined up. So that's Korg Yamaha Roland. I know that I'm pretty certain that Arturia will have some new stuff, but it won't be like last year. It won't be 3 or 2 or 3 brand new groundbreaking products. I'm still wondering if Behringer are going to show up, because if they showed up at NAMM,
I was just going to say, after the success they in comma things they had there, then it would seem a bit silly not to.
It all depends on how many bridges they've burned.
Silly, isn't it?
It all depends on how many bridges they've burned.
Yeah.
And whether they've been rebuilt. Who knows? We'll see. I'd like to see them there, because I think that they carry enough weight in the industry now to justify being there. I think not being there or being off-site somewhere is just silly. So it would be nice to see Behringer there, and then of course Behringer could turn up with a slightly improved BX1 to delight the crowds with. I think everybody would be surrounding them with that.
Yeah.
I mean, obviously there's going to be loads of new little modular bits and bobs, but I don't really. I was going to say don't really care. I don't really know.
You don't give a bleep about.
It's probably a look from column A, look from column B. I wonder. I'm almost certain Groove Synthesis are going to be there, because I've seen their name on the exhibitor list.
What do they do? Remind me.
The Third Wave.
Ah, silly me.
Yeah, the big expensive.
Yeah. No. That's fine. Because how are you getting on with your wave?
The Behringer one, yeah, it's great.
Yeah.
I mean, it's much closer to. Well, I say much closer. It doesn't have any of the bells and whistles of the Third Wave. It is out and out a pure PPG wave clone with all of its foibles. I've only got one issue with it, and that's that it doesn't seem to like long samples. So some of the wave term stuff doesn't work very well. But they've said that they're going to look at that as a firmware update. But
so is that their own samples? Is that ones you import?
No, because it comes with. I think it comes with most, if not all, of the original PPG tones and wave tables.
Yeah.
And some of the samples. But the PPG wave and the wave term have 2 different sets of samples. They have short and long, and a lot of the wave term stuff, later wave term stuff, was longer samples. So things like the very famous Cathedral Choir patch from the wave term, which was used by Propaganda and loads of other people. It's that kind of very metallic sounding choir, but it's very distinctive. You load that into the Behringer one, and it only plays like the first second, and then it just loops and it sounds awful.
Right, yeah.
So it needs that extending. So I've reported that as a bug stroke feature request. But yeah, Groove Synthesis. I know they're working on something. But I don't know whether this is too soon for it yet. I don't know. That'd be so. If I was a gambling man, I'd put that as just a little flutter on them maybe having something new and interesting.
So, because my mind's terrible, did they do a desktop wave or?
Yes.
They do that already, don't they?
Yeah. Yeah,
that's all right.
This,
I thought it was just wondering which way they would go. That was all.
Well,
so
this will either be a big expansion of the existing instrument, or it'll be a new instrument. That's all I can sort of possibly say.
So
when I spoke to
I
spoke to Bob Coover and Kurt Kurosaki, who was there last year, and they both mentioned this thing. But I've also spoken to somebody else who was engaged by them as kind of a third-party consultant. So, yeah, it'll be interesting to see. I think they might show up with something new. I don't think Sequential Oberheim have got anything up their sleeves. But then they do tend to play their cards pretty close to their chest anyway. No, I genuinely cannot think of anything that... And I hope that there's some amazing surprises. I hope that when we get there, it'll be like, oh my God, you've got to go to this stand. Cause
yeah.
That's always
but
good.
The odds are kind of against it.
I just think that 2024 was such a great year for lots of new things. There was lots of really cool things there. You know, apart from, you know, the Arturia stuff and the Moog stuff, you had the First Love FM people from Iceland with their little box. I mean, maybe they'll be there with a more production-ready model of that. Polyend had some stuff there. Dreadbox had new stuff there. You had the whole Melbourne Instruments, you know, the Delia and the other one, the Nina. There was lots of, you know, very cool stuff. Even Yuhi's tent, which Yuhi's tent is always a good one to go to because you get to hang with Howie, and he was, you know, he'll go through things like Zebra and everything. They'll have the sort of development version of that, and you hear what that does, and that's quite interesting.
UDO fairly well.
Yeah, again,
sort of come out with quite a bit, haven't they, recently?
Yeah, I don't think there'll be anything specifically new. They might have some of their existing stuff, but fitted with the Poly AT keyboards for people to try.
Take the fear of just released another video.
Sorry?
So take the fear of just released another video. It was just come up on my screen as a notification, so I don't know what they're getting excited about.
We had a chat at Synth East, and they said, "Oh, we'd love to come up and have a chat." So they might be here one day. We haven't sort of set anything there.
What, as in what, a daytime thing or a
I don't
pub?
know. I think
Not a pub, a PSN night. I think there's.
Well, I think they wanted to do an interview or something, which, you know, it's fair enough. So yeah, we shall see. I'm just trying to think. I haven't seen. It's been very quiet. 'Cause, I mean, by this time last year, I knew about that thing. Obviously, Astrolab had already come out. I knew about the Muse. And right now, I don't really know of anything other than the things that I've seen that are interesting, but they're nothing new. No, that's about it. I mean, I'm sure somebody will come up with something out of the ether.
Yeah,
surprise us all, which will be fun. Right. Why does it want me to regenerate the avatar? Okay. Right, okay. Let me see. Let me look at my little notes.
Like that, did you?
Oh. Yeah, none of that's particularly interesting. No. No, I can't think of anything else.
Those three are sitting out there in a triangle.
Those
They're
three
staring
being
at each other, laying down, staring at each other.
What? Siri,
Nelly, and Lily.
And Lily.
Yeah, the boys are indoors in the warm, sensible.
Yeah.
And they're just looking at each other like they're having some sort of meeting.
Maybe they are. Maybe
they are.
They're plotting.
And Lily's in charge then. Doing her $1 million.
I called this the Alan Parsons project.
They're planning the Spanish Inquisition. That's what they're doing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Probably some sort of like, oi,
Yeah,
stop
our
digging
chief.
that, Lily, stop digging up that bloody astroturf, you little cow.
Our chief weapons are.
Yeah.
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 Well, mostly Lily.
Have you ever heard of plugins made by a company called Dear Reality?
No.
No.
Me either. Apparently, Dear Reality plugins will no longer be developed or maintained, and licenses will be deactivated at the end of July this year. We will make most Dear Reality plugins available free of charge. They can be downloaded and used without restriction upon registration for the Sennheiser, being their parent company, newsletter.
That sounds like it didn't sell very well at all, did it, chaps?
Well, they got taken over by Sennheiser about 6 years ago. So I guess Sennheiser have said, right, we're going to steal all the IP and use that in our products. As for your plugins, yeah.
No, I've never heard of them.
No, I hadn't.
The marketing wasn't high up on their priority list, was it?
Yeah.
Oh.
The
Right.
headline reads, Dear Reality is evolving. So, no idea. So if you want some free plugins, I don't know what sort of plugins they are. State-of-the-art spatializer plugin. Natural stereo reverb plugin. A micro reverb plugin. Mix, monitor and render ambisonics tracks up to third order right out of the box plugin. Another spatializer plugin. It's all mostly to do with like spatial audio and that kind of thing. So I guess, yeah, I bet Sennheiser have taken all of that code and they're building headphone systems, aren't they, with head tracking and all that kind of stuff in there.
And
Creative
basically nulling the importance of plugins. Right, I'm going to go.
There's a lot of stuff there.
Voltage race back in a minute.
There's a lot of stuff there. Oh, VP1 video's done quite well, isn't it? Still gets comments to this day. So Keith, do you use a software editor for your TX816?
No, because as much as anything, I only plugged it back in the other day because that stack I've got with that and the Rolands and the FS1R on top was half of it wasn't even powered on.
Right.
So on that basis, I mean, I've got to do something because, well, I've got to probably put all the MIDI cables back in and the audio, and I've got the same Behringer 16 channel mixer you've got on top. I've got to just do all of that, and then I've got the DT7, haven't I?
Yes.
So I really want to take that. Once I've got all that wired up, I'll take that home and plug it in and see what on earth I do.
Yeah. No, I was looking the other day for a software editor and librarian because I just want to. I hadn't fired it up for ages, and I can't remember what I dumped into it the last time. It's probably a bunch of Manny stuff, but it all got a little bit out of sorts. So I just basically reloaded everything back into it, and it was a bit of a ball ache because I've now connected every TF1 module to a MIDI hub, so I can access from the computer. I can access each unit individually, rather than through the front, common setting. And I thought I could have a bit of fun with that. But trying to, I mean, there are some like coffee shopped. They do an edit. They call it a TX816 editor. Basically, it's their DX7 editor, but with a different name. It doesn't give you like an overall view of what's in all of the modules at once, so you can see what you're playing with.
Yeah.
Even MIDI Quest, which is quite expensive, and then their website seems to be stuck in the 1990s. That doesn't seem to be. It seems that people who've made editors for the TX816 just see it as 8 DX7s, and so why would you need a special one? We can just use ours 8 times, and that's no fun. So I was just wondering if, because doesn't seem to be a huge TX816 community out there, so I suppose making one is not going to be that well subscribed.
I mean, I don't know how many they made. I never particularly noticed. No, so I mean, I never particularly remember reading of how many were made and things like that in the first place. So,
well, they were quite expensive originally, and obviously they were more designed for either being used in the studio or being used in a live rig. And because of the fact that, I mean, it's the worst of the worst of the worst interfaces for programming.
Oh, absolutely. I think that's why I've never bothered to even look at editing.
Yeah, I think the original design was that you have one of those, and you have either the KX88/76 or a DX7, because programming from there is just like programming on the DX7. So if you've got that done, you can do that.
Yeah.
But I just want something that I can put on screen and go, right, I can see exactly what's in each of the 8 modules, and I can, edit the sounds and preview them, what have you. And
that's why I wanted to see what the DT7 does.
Well,
whether you just go into each one individually, I presume, and
you'd have to, because obviously it's sending out MIDI on a single cable, so you'd have to tell the DT7 to speak to a different MIDI channel every time you wanted to edit one of the 8 modules. So as long as you did that, then you'd be okay, I suppose.
Yeah, I'm just saying, I just need to get everything.
Sure.
Yeah, it is. It does say it works on it. So it's But I wonder about this new thing that the Tronics are bringing out. They've put on the
the little box.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, it's a cool idea, and it's not a bad little price, but they've, for obvious reasons, they've chosen DexEd as the engine, and DexEd is just not quite the best DX7. It's good enough, I suppose. The Plogue's OPS7 engine is by far the best one that's been done in software, for sure. See, if Plogue seem to have abandoned OPS7 now, which is a shame. I don't know.
So I will get it back up and running this year, and things, because I really need to get to the bottom whether I've got 8 boards working or not. Simple as that.
Yeah.
And say, because it's such a heavy lump, and because of the limited space I've got, I can't just put it on a table and open it up and I've had it open and I've had a couple of boards out just to look at, because other than that, I probably wouldn't know a lot about what I was looking at. And I can't remember if I swapped 2 over or not, but I just get lost in it all.
Yeah.
That's the trouble is, and like you said, because of that silly interface on it. I mean, when I switched, I mean, the reason it wasn't powered on the other day, because I'd actually managed to take the lead out. I mean, when I got it, it's come with a very short lead, mains lead out the back, and they put a 3-pin IEC socket on a very short lead. So yeah, okay, so I got lots of leads. So I plugged it back in, and it took about 5 minutes for all of it to remember how to switch yourself on, and the other light went out. So I don't think there's anything wrong with it. I just think the fact it hasn't been on for a very long time, you know, everything was just waking up again and sorting itself out.
Hi, Matty.
Well, that's a different view, Matt.
It is. I'm at Haley's.
All right.
Yeah. Got a poorly little one sitting right next to me, so yeah, she's not so well today, are you, girl?
Oh.
Have you not got blue skies out there like you had the other day?
Yeah, it's fucking glorious down here today.
Yeah, good.
Yeah.
I was just going to say, if you got little in there, better watch me P's and Q's.
Oh, don't worry about that.
Don't
worry about that. She lives with Haley.
Exactly. There you go.
Oi, oi, oi.
Am I right?
Haley has just said, "Fuck you."
There you go.
Oh yes, you're right. A little small. She's like, yeah.
I just found the perfect meme for our community. Hang on, let me just send it over.
Oh yeah.
Because I thought that one I showed yesterday, although the bloody thing's honestly, it doesn't. Are you gonna fucking work or not? Here we go. Right. See, I thought this one was good. I like that. But this one is pretty perfect.
So I can't read it, my poor eyesight.
So top picture says me at 20 with a Korg DV800. I wish it had MIDI and memory. Me at 40 with an M1. I wish it had real-time controls. Me at 60. I wish I sounded as good as it was 40 years ago.
Yeah, very good. Yeah, that should make Ramsey's this week.
Yes, I'll send it over to him.
Yeah.
In fact, I'll do it now before I forget.
And who's the other one? SOR saw have a memes page as well with that.
Do they?
Yeah, on their Discord. If you feel so inclined.
I've got it on there, but there's so many, every time I look at it, it's like so much to read through that. Since
Absolutely.
my last visit.
Yeah. Anyway, Ken, I got confused with you at their music to video thing last Saturday, was it?
Right.
Well, because on the first one where you done, and they seem to be working very much on your orchestral works, if you like, and this is probably where they're getting their inspiration that Lamont wants to get into writing music to film.
Mm-hmm.
So I know they didn't put the video up until the other day, I don't think, but when they showed the that space video, and I was thinking that it was all going to go orchestral, because
right.
that is what you'd been doing a lot of. So when they come in with all the electronic stuff, I sort of got really confused. That's all. I just thought, because I said I'd have a go, because things like that. But I didn't know what the video was going to be. So you can see why they sort of went for electronic sounds rather than orchestral as such. But I know I'm away, but I've still got it in my mind to go back and try and do something orchestral. I don't know, for evaluation.
Yeah, no, just.
I can have some. He says I can have.
What's going on?
Haley's trying to steal chocolate. She's not allowed it.
I know, Haley.
See, now you're getting told.
Yeah.
Bob.
Wind your neck in. Burridge.
You're getting the bird, mate.
Is it winking at me? No, sorry.
Yes.
Oh dear.
Oh fucking hell.
Oh, for fuck's sake, come on. Yeah, one more. One more. Okay. That's 2, 4, 3 done then. 1, 2, 3. Excellent. Now this one. 2, 4, 4s.
Oh, just what you always wanted. A 3D thunderstorm sound effect library.
Is it free?
Is it free? No. No. The 3D version. So you can have a stereo version, or you can have a 3D version, which contains the stereo version as well, for a mere €329.
What?
Just for thunderstorm sound effects.
Or just stick a mic out the window.
Yeah. I suppose if that's your thing.
Limited market.
Yes, probably why the price is
extremely limited market. Can't see Ty popping for that one, can you?
No, you will.
Probably. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, if he gets an hour documentary on bad weather, he might be interested.
Yeah. I suppose
you know.
Do the end of the dinosaurs again. He can put that in, couldn't he?
I don't think he does any sound effects. They leave that to the TV company to deal with. I don't think that would be his bag.
True.
Think about it. Oh, for fuck's sake, stop pissing about. Solder to the pin and let that be the end of it. Fucking card, isn't it?
Card, mate.
Better out than him, mate.
More too good, huh?
Right.
And there's a surprise. Lawrence Fox has been charged with a sexual offence after sharing upskirting photos online. Couldn't happen to a nicer cunt.
I saw something earlier. Somebody
What do you mean
said
the photograph we're in?
Well, yeah.
Well, Bob,
That deserves a.
I saw something earlier online. It was if the internet didn't exist, Andrew Tate would just be that weird guy that took his nunchucks down the pub.
Yeah.
Ooh, that's a tight fit, mate.
I wonder if he ever looked in the mirror and thought, yeah, I'm the right sort of bloke to big himself up as the, the big macho man that he is. He's got no fucking chin.
His head goes backwards at a slant, doesn't it?
I know. He's
downwards.
just the weirdest. No wonder he has to like traffic people to get to sleep with him. Dirty old fucker.
It's the fact that people believe the shit that he spouts is fucking what annoys me.
I have absolutely no idea who the hell you're talking about.
Long may it stay that way.
Yeah, you're better off, mate. Not knowing.
Oh, I can tell.
Right. God, this is taking forever.
I think the last plastic celebrity that I was ever aware of was Jade Goody.
See, there's another one that you think, don't make stupid people famous.
Joey Essex being another one.
Yeah, well, yeah. I thought East Anglia was in. No, it was abroad. That's it. That was a famous line, wasn't it? I thought East Anglia was abroad.
Oh, okay. Not in the wardrobe.
And what was that other? There was another ditzy girl on one of those early Big Brothers. I like blinking.
What?
Yeah, exactly.
I like blinking.
I like blinking.
And you lot wonder why I don't watch fucking telly.
Yeah, it sounds like she was talking about a town in Essex or something. I like blinking. Yeah, it's got nice nightlife.
Yeah, just down
Yeah,
the
my
road from Harlow.
boyfriend calls it. What is it? Blinking Bournemouth.
Oh dear.
Oh well. There's no accounting for stupidity, is there?
No. I'm sure they're lovely people in real life.
Well, you assume.
Yeah, you'd like to think.
You'd like to think, yeah. Oh, it's right next to the tag. Oh, you little bastard. That's going to be fun. Right, see what we can do here. Well, one thing to do is wait for it to warm up. What?
Waggoo's just posted a lyric by Cunt and the Gang. And a song about Jay Goody.
Oh.
Oh dear. Ah. Wow.
Yeah. Gemma Collins. I can see myself as the next James Bond. Really?
Come on, out you come. Good girl. Right, that's 2, 4, 3.
Have we got a synth for this week, Robbie?
Have we what? Sorry.
Got a synthfluencer.
Synthfluencer.
Yeah, that one as well.
What, on the show?
Yeah. Have we got one for this week? Has anyone?
No.
Did you nearly hurt yourself then?
No, it's. I honestly, I should have sorted something out because it's our 5th birthday, but I've been busy in other ways. So
Anyone sent in another Synthspirations yet?
That's what I meant.
Oh, that's what you meant. I thought you meant.
Oh,
Sorry.
Synthspirations. No.
Yeah,
no.
sorry. Oh,
No.
shame.
Fucking hell, come on, people. Pull your fingers
Yeah.
out.
I've had
Well,
loads of
no.
people say, "Oh, I'm going to do one. I'm going to do one."
Yeah.
What
And
about
they,
Kent?
Well,
What about
mine
him?
would be like point at a keyboard and go, well, that's shit. That's fucking shit. That's a pile
But
of
that's
crap.
not the point, is it? You got to talk about the music.
Yes, I know, love.
It's not point at broken keyboards in your house aspirations.
I can do that as well.
Oh dear. I've made a list. All right, I have made a list that you know, when I eventually get time to do something, I will. But
Yeah.
at the moment,
Yeah, because I reckon yours and Kent's would be pretty fucking nuts.
well, the thing is, we've probably told people.
Yeah,
plenty of times.
but to sit down, well, I mean, look, I've told people all about my stuff, but it's to sit down and have somebody actually sort of do it, it does add a little bit to it.
Yeah, but I think the whole point of it is to find out about people you don't know about, you know?
Yeah, see, I didn't do that, did I? It was everything that everybody had ever heard.
Well, somebody did suggest that I rerun yours this week, Matt.
Why?
Because to do it properly, to do it justice.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, you can do that.
Although, weirdly, I still maintain that the way it came out the first time, I thought was actually artistic. In a sort of like, you know, noir cinema kind of way.
It was just what really did me was the irony, the fact that I was sat there saying nothing, doing a voiceover, and the fucking voiceover never came up. That was what done me. Just yeah.
Yeah, well.
Well.
I'll have a look. He's even got an orange dog crate, for fuck's sake. Look at that.
Well, it gets worse than that because the
nice.
Oh, look at it.
the boarding on the inside's orange as well. So there we go.
Well, literally, my car seat covers have just turned up, and they're fucking black and orange. So
Yeah.
yeah, Keith, you haven't got one of these.
Tattoo.
Yeah, but look at the colour and look at what it is.
Do you know, I'm on an iPhone, so I can see the orange.
Orange Roland logo.
Orange Roland. Yeah, that's good. That's a good one, that.
Yeah. Yeah, to be fair to people in the chat, I know I did give him some verbals, but we spoke about it afterwards, and it was all good.
Well, look, even the house we stay in has got a bit of an orange
Robbie,
door.
how long do we leave this before we actually do an intervention?
Oh, what, the orange thing?
Matt Roland.
Oh, God, yeah.
Has anybody actually told him that Roland isn't his father?
Roland.
Yeah, Roland. You're my dad, Roland.
My dad's really Roland Orzabal, that's the thing.
Oh, fuck me, who saved this fuck? Fuck off, come on. That big cunt, play the right man. There we go.
But I did think a few years ago of getting the Moog one tattoo. Whether it was just the logo or the word, I don't know, but that was never bothered to follow that up.
Yeah, every time I think about having a tattoo, I can never figure out what I want.
I thought you'd have settled. I'd have thought you just settled for that photo you got with your black cat looking over your door, top of your door.
Yeah.
They are a very personal thing, and I always take a long time to make sure that what I have done that I want. Because it's there for life. You don't fucking mess about. So they're all here for a reason, and they're all very personal. I get you, Wags, but it's each to their own. I mean, Hayley, fucking hell, she'd live in a tattoo parlour if she could.
She is a tattoo parlour.
She's a walking advertisement for our tattoo artist. 25
years.
Discount.
The owner was going to have one at one time.
Go on.
No, because she was saying, she goes, "What do you think I should have?" And they come out with so many. I said, oh, you can have a cross your arse. No tools left in here overnight.
What was the one? There was a guy who was obsessed with Bridget Bardot.
Yeah.
He went to a tattoo shop and had a bee put on each arse cheek, and he went home and said to his missus, "I've had a tattoo done," and she said, "Well, what is it?" So he dropped his trousers, turned around, bent over, and she said, "Who's Bob?"
Who's Bob? Well, the other one's wow, isn't it?
Yeah, or Mom was Marilyn Monroe, wasn't it?
Yeah, yeah.
Oh no, she's spectacular. When I'm still finding things on her that I never knew were there, and that's 10 years.
Is that the tattoos?
Yes.
Yeah, the rest goes to all the obvious places all the time.
I didn't see that third tip before. How many nipples have you got?
Oh fuck! I'm clipping this because she's off at the moment, so I'll play her that later on. Well, no, it's when we got together. I was still involved with the church, and I remember probably the oldest guy there. He sidled up to me and he went, "You two together?" I went, "Yeah." He said, "That must be fucking amazing bedtime read." I said, "Yeah, but you know, he's turning the page. That's the fun."
He opens her legs and he goes, "This is audible."
It's an audio book.
Oh, come on, get in there, you little tart.
What all you want is it done in braille now, isn't it?
That's the joke, isn't it? You know, what are the little bumps around the nipple for? They're braille for suck me.
Yeah.
Oh dear. Oh, God. Get me out. In you go. Who's a good girl? Like me, I'm going to have to turn the lights on in a minute.
Don't know what you mean.
Yes.
Why aren't you outside, Ken?
All right, Mr. Flash, up in the nice weather.
No, why aren't you outside? Is it not that nice out there?
It's very, very dark and cloudy here.
Okay, I mean it's clouded over now, hasn't it? Here.
Oh no, it's nothing like. No, you can still see bits of blue sky.
I haven't got the blue sky I had earlier.
Oh no, but this is just it's like really oppressively dark.
Yeah.
I can barely see the boards now. Let's go and turn the lights on.
So there you go. Here's a bit of Super Booth 25 teaser from Yuhi. Looks like Yuhi might be releasing some Eurorack modules.
Oh.
Ooh.
Who is?
Yuhi or Yuhei or whatever. You know.
Oh right.
Yeah. Yeah. They've just posted something on their social media that just there's a picture of some Eurorack modules, just bits of them, and the caption that says Super Booth 25 is approaching. So there you go. Heard it here first, kids.
Well, makes you wonder what they've got to bring to the party.
Yeah, Rob.
Well, hang on.
That's Marshall's thumbprints as a tattoo.
Oh, that's cool.
On his handwriting.
Shouldn't a large swathe of you gentlemen be watching Sonic State?
Not when I can look at Hayley's legs.
Oh, it's not on today, is it?
That was her leg, wasn't it?
No, Wednesday.
No, I just dropped my stride for a second.
It's not fucking Wednesday, is it?
Yeah, it's Wednesday, yeah.
No, it's Tuesday.
No, exactly.
Yeah. Why did I think it was all day? I thought it was Wednesday.
No.
Probably.
And even in Scotland, it's still Tuesday, so.
Yeah. I mean, it's far away, but it's not that far away.
Oh, Amazon are 8 stops away. Six stops away.
Is that on the bus?
Yeah.
That's just creeping up. What is doing there, little fucker? It all sits far too high. 14's not too bad. Shut up. No good man, all beef.
Right, so let's save.
As low as that goes. That is so weird. Now that's too high because the voltage is too low. Yeah. All the key parts are replaced now.
I need, well, I've got a cardiology appointment on Friday afternoon, and it's not until 4 o'clock. So I'm just putting you and Andrew on notice that I might be a little bit late. I hope not.
Yeah, okay.
It all depends how quick I can get out of Ipswich. So
yeah.
And if they don't admit, no, they won't admit me. It's just a check-up.
We wouldn't probably be never bed anyway.
No, right.
So I can get this voltage down. Give it pretty much a year. It'd be a happy little bunny again. But I don't know.
That would be lovely.
So I've just heard back from our friend Synth Samurai. That jacket wasn't from the merch store. I'm not entirely sure whether I should. I don't know if he's keeping it secret, but he got it from somewhere else. It's quite amusing, actually.
What jacket's this?
So I was watching one of Samurai's videos the other day, and he was wearing this like a sports jacket type, as in sort of like a fleecy type thing. And it was black, but it had yellow around the collar and down the zip line. And on the left hand breast, it got Behringer written on. And I thought, I bet he's made one up from, because we use the same provider for merch. Yeah. So I dropped him a line and I said, I really like that jacket. Is it from your fourth wall page? And if so, what's the model number? So I can, because I'd like to do a Pro Synth network with, the red down the thing. And apparently it's not from fourth wall.
Fair enough.
Yeah. So, but he got it from somewhere else. It's, obviously it means a lot to him where he got it from. So.
No, fair enough.
But he's got a different gear on every show, hasn't he?
Yeah.
I don't think I've ever seen him on the 2 different shows with the same gear.
And he sometimes wears our shirt. Nice.
that the glasses and that's about, I think.
Yeah.
Wide into the right location.
And 3. There it is.
Yeah, me.
Oh dear.
Oh dear.
What are you two up to?
No, it's all right.
Not for me to say. Sounds a bit like the start of the Birdie song there.
Yeah, isn't it?
Yeah.
Well, the possibility then that this YM26700 is up the wall. Which would class this as a write-off. Because we're not getting one of them in a hurry.
Oh, fuck.
Oh dear, I'm sorry.
Yeah, that was brilliant. Oh, fucking hell. I just hope Mickey Mouse don't turn up.
Gee, that's swell.
Mind you, if they see Pluto, it might be near you. It might be near Uranus.
Oh dear.
Oh, fucking hell. Sorry, guys. I can't.
A pub within a pub, whatever next.
Is Kent deep in thought or is he frozen?
No,
he's deep in thought.
Yeah.
I think he's thinking about stabbing that fucking
Well,
Synth.
I wondered whether the smoke was coming from his head or from the CS50.
Yeah.
Oh dear. Right. What was I doing? Oh yes, I was doing this. Trying to do some work. Export to timeline. Yeah, go and do that. Captions and project. Go. Right. I'm just going to go for a whiz.
Okay. So are you enjoying your semi-retirement, Keith?
Well, it's very nice. I'm actually up in sunny, well, it was sunny Scotland.
All right, okay.
So, yeah, this is a week's holiday.
Nice.
Yeah. Just happened to fall in the start of my semi-retirement. But, I mean, other than that, last weekend was wiped out. Well, still suffering with this stinky cold and the cough's still there, sort of thing. So other than that wiped out last weekend and Monday, Tuesday. I went back to work Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, but really wasn't a lot of fun.
Yeah.
It's sort of drying up now and going away a bit, but every so often you'll see me coughing and things like that. But other than that. I would highly recommend it.
Oh, it's chicken chips now.
if I disappear off completely, it's because my phone's run out of battery. I've had a low power warning, so I don't know how much. I can't remember if I get a second one and then it goes off after that.
What is it, iPhone?
Yeah.
20% normally.
Yeah, I think
Sorry,
it is. I'm just, yeah. That's what I mean. I can't remember because I've not had to go on battery, on like the phone battery for so long. I can't remember if I got a second warning now as to it will be going off.
20
Yeah.
and then 10, I think.
Yeah. I'm just saying, if I disappear off, then that's why. It's because it's I've drained the battery.
No problem.
What the fuck is it?
Looking very dark there, Rob.
Yeah, it's a bit gloomy in there. It's the thing is, this house is weird. Like, it has a central core, so you come in the front door, you've got like a hallway, and then there's the stairs that go up to the landing, and none of those have windows. So the hallway relies on either artificial light or whatever light comes in through here, or the front room, or the kitchen. But the sun starts sort of like, it kind of goes that way.
Yeah.
So it doesn't really sort of, it has a really dark core, this house.
That's a really peculiar angle as well.
Yeah.
It does that. Yeah.
Yeah, it's yeah, it is what it is. We didn't really have much of a choice, so
No.
yeah.
How long have you been there now?
It will be 2 years today or this week. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, March of 2023.
Bloody hell.
I know. Mental.
It suits Keith sitting out in nature, doesn't it?
It does, yeah. I thought I'd lost audio because his audio went off, and because I'm so used to hearing those birds in the background.
It does. No, I'm still here. Oh. Yeah,
is that your place, or is
no,
that place?
No, we rent it.
Cool.
But it's very convenient because it's a bungalow.
Look.
It's a bungalow with one sort of main bedroom, one smaller bedroom with a single and a bunks in it. Just the one living room and kitchen. I mean, it's a shower toilet now. They did have a bath in there, but it's a shower toilet, and the kitchen's not bad. Parking down the side off road, and you've got the enclosed gardens that we can let the dogs out in under supervision.
Of course, yeah.
But because they probably wouldn't get over the fencing main round the garden, but it's where the side of the house where the van comes down. It's only got a low gate and fence there. So if they felt the need, some of them could probably get over that.
Right.
What part of Scotland are you in?
Aviemore.
Which is where?
In the Highlands.
Oh, nice.
So we're roughly, Aviemore's roughly about 30 miles south of Inverness.
Nice.
I don't mind waiting. What do you want?
That's a bit of a concern.
And it was, yeah, that'd be nice. Oh. Yeah.
I can't read that. Sorry, my.
It says, have you got any synths with you?
Yes, I have. I bought the Mini Freak
Oh yes, yeah.
because that was it's a recent purchase, which I've spent a little bit of time with, but not a lot. So that was easy to pack with a pair of headphones.
Yeah.
Simple as
yeah.
that. Simple as that.
I'm just thinking about what I might take to Berlin with me. Has to be small though. Don't really know. I've got a huge amount of time to play. Might take one of the might take the Lo-Fi 12 or the Sample Trek or something. Small.
Lightweight.
Yeah.
Do you take a power bank with you then?
Yeah, I've got there it is. One of these big old boys.
Yeah.
What was it? 145 watt, 25,000 milliamp.
Yeah.
Back in a sec.
Is that a chip you're taking out, Kent?
Mm,
How many legs on that?
40.
as in SMD?
Big old Yanni custom IC. I can't risk breaking this bastard.
Bloody Amazon. They're getting worse.
Yeah, in fucking rainforest, get on your arse, don't they?
They just like throw shit at the fucking door.
Yeah.
It's not like it's cheap.
Well, if they're not literally doing that, I suppose.
Thanks, darling.
There we go. 27,700.
There you go. Is that the unobtainium?
It's one of them. Not quite as unobtainium as the 26,600 because there's only one per unit. Whereas on an 80, there's like 327,600. There's slightly more of them about.
Right.
Yeah. Right, my final warning's come up, so battery's about to die. So I'm going to go and sit in the chat, and I'll catch you all later.
All right, buddy.
All right,
Good to see
See ya. See ya.
Enjoy your holiday.
Haley. Over there.
Nice.
Well, Sue did the... Sue? Fucking hell. Oh my God, fathers.
There you go. That.
Fiona. Oh. Fiona did the tax return.
Oh yeah.
And she goes, that was fucking laughable. Yeah, I said, I bet it was. It's a bit down on the previous year.
But have you got to do a tie?
To the point where they probably won't believe it.
Have you got to spend money?
Well, we always got to spend money. But it's not looking great, to be honest.
No.
No. Wait, please.
It's cool. And about the Alexa Synthesizer, you know, the one that came back, they were selling it, and
Yeah.
the pots are a bit.
There's still a bit, but the trouble is there's still parts, really nothing we can do with it.
Because they're sealed.
Yeah, because we're rock and hard place with
You
it.
can't get any more.
No, we don't bloody do that. Yeah, it's not as twitchy, but it still twitches from time to time.
Hang on a minute. I'm going to pass you over to.
Yeah. Hello. All right, bud.
I've muted his mic, Rob.
Yes, I was just thinking. Do not eat. There's so many little things. Wow. Sweet.
So what's the battery life like on those things, or what is it reputed to be?
I think they claim 7 hours, but this thing, you charge. It's like earpods. You charge them up, but you charge the case up.
Yeah.
And then when you finish using them, you put them back in, and they recharge. So as long as you've got that with you.
Cool.
But yeah, 7 hours. So we'll give those a go later, and then that's a cackle.
Yes, well, she's looking at memes.
Oh, you say looking at porn for a minute.
No, she's just found my first grey hair, pubic hair today. I wouldn't mind, but it was in a Big Mac.
Oh dear. Ugh, it beeped at me.
That's a sex toy. You've been at fucking Ann Summers again.
I know. Right?
Oh, he's off now. He's off the phone. I'll mute his mic again then. Excellent. Okay. I think Luke will already know that. Oh, is that your gimbal?
It's my gimbal.
No, it's not a gimp ball.
Gimp ball.
Although I wouldn't be surprised with Rob, but
I've keep him quiet.
that's pretty cool, isn't it?
Haley's got a dirty laugh, hasn't she?
Oh yes.
Right.
I'm not going any further with that.
We've heard that before.
It's very clever. Wow.
Have you got an app to link that to your gimbal? Because mine does. Yeah. What brand is it?
DJI.
Oh, fuck, top notch. Yeah, mine does all that. Wow. I've got a cheap one though. Is it a Fayetech or something? So.
Yeah, I'll have to set that. It's got a little tripod base.
Oh, get on.
And apparently, yeah, it's got a thread in there so you can stick it on an actual proper tripod.
He's going full Nick Bat here.
I wouldn't say that much. And then you've also got this little thing that fits on the side that gives you complete motion tracking when it's turned on. That little thing there. And it's also a light as well. But once it's locked onto your subject, it will then follow. You can just leave it there and this thing will just follow.
Well, I guess all that's business.
So what?
Putting all that through the business.
Of course.
Oh, nice one.
Yeah.
Excellent.
Okay. Wasn't that at all. That's handy pandy.
Now, how do I turn it off? There you go. I did think about getting. They do a MagSafe attachment rather than have a clamp, because sometimes when you got these clamps, they sometimes press the buttons. If you don't do them quite right. I might just buy that because it's only about 15 quid. Cool beans. Well, that's something to learn.
Always new skills, mate.
Indeed.
Well, this was what I was saying to Kent yesterday about the reason why I want to get Max for Live is because you can run CV tools out of it, and I can sort of do stupid shit like you can draw your own waveforms in for the LFOs.
Yeah.
Pump those into the fucking Hydrosynth, and then you've got like 7 LFOs running on the thing. And not only that, other stuff as well, you know. So, not that I'd probably ever use it, that sort of stuff, but it's handy to know how to do it.
Well, yeah, exactly. Which they came from there, didn't they?
That's going to throw out the.
Yeah, got that case for 20 quid as well. Nice little hard case.
Sorted. All kitted up now, man. When is Super Booth?
The 8th of May.
Of course, you have it.
And the 9th and the 10th, I think. Is it the 8th? Can't remember what. I fly out the day before.
You're out there for all of it.
Yeah, and a day either side. Otherwise, because the first time I went, I got there on the Thursday. We didn't get on site until Thursday afternoon, and then you've just got like Friday, and then by Saturday you're sort of like. Yeah. So I thought if we get there Wednesday and get a nice. Yeah, Wednesday. I get there Wednesday the 7th, and then the show is the 8th, the 9th, and the 10th, and then fly home on the 11th. So it's all good in the hood. There's one more thing.
Do you know what the quality like on the PSN tracky bottoms?
It's all right.
Yeah?
Yeah, I mean, it's printed, rather
Right.
than anything else. But yeah, it's all right.
Oh, lovely.
I thought we ordered the black one.
I thought we had
Really?
220. Fucking small one.
Maybe that
220.
Blimey, Wagupedia's kicking off. Look, Cultural Ghost asked who was the person that gave it the name Gimbal, and Wagu's just put in 2 paragraphs about it. Hence Wagupedia.
I thought it was by Google.
yeah.
Oh, that's big enough. Lovely jubbly. It's almost home time, isn't it?
For who?
I don't know. People that don't work at home.
yeah.
There you
Both
go
of
then.
them.
Delivered. Oh, excuse me.
Oh, yeah.
I'm aware.
She ain't got tits out again, has she?
Not in the last 10 minutes, no.
Oh, okay.
What? You've got a plant. Fuck off.
Go ahead. Oh, what's these? Oh, fuck no. Just the puppies.
Well, Ken's getting his puppies out.
Oh, yes.
Oh, yes.
Oh, yes.
Oh, yeah. Oh. Right then. Put those ones in to see if it does anything.
Well, I reckon Kent's fucking titanium knees because of the way he
He's got
just
no
doesn't
knees.
phase him.
He's got no knees. He got no fangs.
No, I've been sitting like this since I was fucking 2. Used to it. It's my natural stance, if anything. Right, let's put these 220s in. It'll allow me.
Right.
Really didn't need to super glue these to the fucking board done.
Apparently, UJam have just released Virtual Guitarist Sparkle 2 as a free plugin. Electric rhythm guitar with studio polish.
Oh.
Let's go and have a look at that then.
There's a loft.
Video polish as opposed to manual.
Yeah. What do they want in exchange? Email address, obs.
Stinky old thing. Right, are they a 25 or 35? 35. These are at... Oh, they're at 25. Can't use them.
Mac OS.
I thought they'd be good enough. But they're not. They're not up to code.
Right, I'm just gonna. I'll stay on, but I'm just gonna go and have something to eat. So,
All right, mate.
2 seconds. Won't be long.
Oh, that's got to do the right. What's this one be again? Useful. Okay, that one out. No. I say.
Sparkle 2. Or is it just Sparkle? I see what you did there. Oh, it's spawned. Install. Go for it.
I really thought I had someone here. Be accelerated. Yeah. No. It's no good. That's no good. Must be something listed here somewhere. 220. No. No. So that's all something. It's such a common value. Alright. Well, that puts some mockers on this then for today.
Yeah.
Yeah, you have to order in some caps. See if it pulls that power supply under control. Well, I've got the voices working. I've got the triggering working now, and in the right order.
Cool. At least you're part way there.
Yeah. Well, once the power supply's under control, all I've got to do is calibrate it, and she's happy bunny. She's done.
Nice.
And then that can shoot out the door along with that memory mode. So the outstanding bastards that I have left is that Prophet 5 up there, the CS80 under it, the Vox Continental, the Jupiter 6. It looks like I have to build a whole new power supply for that SK20 or CS20 rather.
Oh, what?
Peters.
Peters, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, that appears to have come to the end of its shelf life. Like the whole coil has collapsed.
All right. So not a little thing then.
Not a little thing. So it looks like I might have to, like I say, build a whole new power supply from.
Can you? Is there not something from Meanwell that will do what?
Well, what it looks like I'm doing is making. We'll have two modern linear power supplies, and then mount them where the old power supply went.
Right.
And then let them, because I think it's about 4 or 5 different outputs the power supply's got. It'd be like a standard plus and minus 15. Then I think there's a plus 10 and a 5. But I think there's also a minus something, not minus 6 or something like that. But I can make that with the voltage regulator off the minus 15 line, so it can do it, duality kind of thing.
Yeah.
It'll still be an arse ache, but it will get that. There's 20 up and kicking again.
Yeah.
Because chances of nipping down to your local Asda and picking up a replacement CS power supply for that is a bit slim on the ground, isn't it?
Yeah. I'll say.
No. Yeah. But it looks like that the guy who owns that Andromeda Race 6 says he's found some pots for sale. So
Right.
instead of giving it back, he wants me to pull it all apart and replace pots that are twitching. Oh, fucking hell, really? Oh, well. Getting nice sunny lawn. Oh, hello.
Interesting.
What's happening?
This is that free virtual guitarist.
Oh, okay. That's a guitar.
Those are different styles.
Not a massive fan of that reverb on it.
No.
doesn't sound like a guitar from here. Oh, that's better.
That sounds a bit Mike Oldfield, that, doesn't it?
Yeah. Yeah.
If you probably play it a bit. Because he had one of those little things, didn't he? That's interesting. And you can choose from different guitars as well.
Who was that chap who had that made that instrument out of a drain pipe?
David Forehouse.
Yeah, that's it.
Yes. It reminds me, I need to get back in touch with him because I'm supposed to go and hang out at his studio for a bit.
Oh yeah.
After I did the interview, he invited me and said, "If you want to come and hang out, you can have a longer look round." It's a fascinating room, it really is.
Yeah.
It's up in like the loft space of his. He's got like a townhouse, but a really old sort of townhouse in Chalk Farm, and you go in the front door and you go up the stairs, and the stairs are like where there is wall to see. It's painted like dark purple, but you can't see much of the wall because it's covered mostly in mirrors and old pictures of David and friends and stuff.
Oh,
and you come up the top of that, and you're into his like living area. Like it's just like just a big square room, with a dining table and a 3-piece and what have you. And then there's a couple of steps up to the left. There's like a mezzanine level, and that's the kitchen. So it's kind of open plan sort of thing. And then you go up another set of stairs to what is effectively the second floor, or the third floor if you're American, and that's where the studio is. And the window at the back of the studio looks out, and you can just see the London, the city of London skyline, with all the buildings and stuff. So it's a nice view out the back.
Yeah.
But it's just like looking at all the gear. I mean, he's piled stuff on stuff. Like the Fairlight is buried, absolutely buried. You could only see like a couple of inches of the corner of the Fairlight central unit. The keyboard is down at the bottom of a rack with something else on top of it.
Yeah.
I think it's a PPG on top of it. The monitor is over in the corner somewhere on top of a massive speaker. The sorts of speakers that came with the GX1. Those big kind of organ style.
Yeah.
Massive.
Bloody hell.
The other speaker's in the other side of the room, and sat on that speaker is his VCS3 serial number 1, which has been modified as well.
Yeah.
On the joystick, it's got these kind of hand controls on the joystick. And then there's a wall of stuff. And I always remember he'd got 2 Yamaha TX7 units.
Yeah.
They're little wedge-shaped things.
Yeah.
So he's got them facing sideways. And then on the flat bit, he's balanced all of this other stuff. So it's like this nice little tower of things with these 2 TX7s. And his Maniac sequencer, which is this, is it like polyrhythmic? Maniac stood for something. I'm trying to remember what it was. Multiphasic, analog, interactive. Chrome. I was going to say chrome or something. Chromophonic. No, it's multiphasic, analog, interactive, chromatophonic sequencer. That's it.
God, mate.
Yeah.
Oh.
But he basically invented it, built it. It's a massive piece of hardware. Well, I say massive piece. It's probably like a 8U rack width, height sort of piece of hardware.
Got you.
And it's completely analog, but you can vary all the steps and you can split the sequences into smaller sequences.
Yeah.
Yeah, I couldn't get my head around it. He was showing it to me. He said, let me, I've rebuilt it in Reactor. He rebuilt the whole thing in Native Instruments Reactor, which is now what he uses on stage.
Yeah.
And hang on a minute, I'll check the cat's not. And I said, David, I understand Reactor less than I understand the hardware, so I have no idea what. But he played me some stuff, and I'm going, oh yeah, I can hear what it does. Couldn't tell you how the hell he could do it, but I can hear it. It's kind of this polyrhythmic so you can have it firing all sorts of. It's amazing. Yeah. And then he's still got, I think he's got 4 different iterations of the Kaleidophone. So he's got the original with the half a drain pipe,
right?
But his latest one is about 2/3 the size of it, and is fully MIDI, and it has a joystick on it, and you can. It's got some MIDI controller buttons on it. Yeah, honestly, it's stunning.
Come away since I last saw it then.
Yeah. Oh gosh, yeah. And he's still. I mean, up until recently, he was still playing live.
Wow.
With Mike, under the banner of White Noise. And he'd also got a Korg wave station, and this was the thing I really wanted to go back and play with. It's got like a glove, but it's not like it's a mechanical glove. So you put this on, and he's got it plugged into the wave station, and whatever you do with your fingers, it's affecting something in the wave station. And I just said to him, I said, is that part of this? And he said, oh yes, that's a lot of fun, that. And I was like, come on. We didn't have time to figure it all out, but yeah.
Oh, mate.
Yeah, fascinating guy. Well, if
have anybody on the show,
we haven't. No,
we should. No,
we should. Yeah, he's eccentric. That's who he is.
Yeah.
But man, has he got stories.
Yeah.
He was one for the ladies as well. That's how he became friends with Peter Vogel, because they were both in Switzerland for I think it was an AES awards ceremony in 1980. Right. Vogel was there to get an award for the Fairlight, and they got talking, and it turns out that they have one thing in common: an ex-girlfriend.
Oh,
so they kind of hit it off straight away. And Peter said, "Oh yeah," he obviously asked what Peter was there for, and he said, "Oh, I've got this thing," And Dave was like, "Oh, this sounds right up my street." And they became friends. They've been friends ever since, and it was because of that friendship that Orc 5 or Orc 2 or whatever you want to call it, the big orchestra stab, was recorded.
It's like I said, it's like we should get Kyle on the show. Who owns this 50?
Yeah.
I mean, the people he doesn't know, worth talking about.
That's it.
Ridiculous. And the shit he's been up to in his career.
Right. I was just going to say, if anybody uses Reason and runs a Windows ARM computer, it's now compatible with Windows ARM processors.
That's a bit niche, isn't it?
Well, apparently it's the way they're going.
Is it really?
Yeah. Well, it's just like, they've got to, really. If they want to keep up with Apple, they've got to go down the ARM route.
Yeah, I suppose.
System on a chip and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
Anyway, I've got to go. So.
Yeah, well, I've come to the end of my tether down here, so. We'll knock it on the head and have I'm going to make another copy. Have a sit down and contemplate about what I'm going to be working on tomorrow. Weather permitting.
Yeah.
If it's a nice day, it'd be one thing. If it's not, it'll be something horrible. Because I do like working outside.
Yeah.
In the sun. It's glorious.
Yeah. It's nice.
I always get some sun in the summer.
Indeed.
Yeah, get very
Right.
productive. Summer.
I will
All right,
see you
darling.
later.
Everybody,
Take it
take
easy.
care.
See you
Good.
soon.
Mind yourselves.
Yeah. Bye bye.
Bye then.
See you later.
All right, buddy.
Bye.